enough, I really want to see more Trackmania. Let's hit that incentive. I know I haven't talked about that incentive as much, but that is also for a game coming up later today. We are at $3,000 out of a needed $20,000 for that Trackmania Turbo Extreme Track Showcase. But for now, it's time to get suited up for space as we join Uncle Reggie and Bash Prime for a multi-world randomizer co-op run of Metroid Prime 1 and 2. Take it away, team.
Yo, what's up, GDQ chat? Uncle Reggie here. I am joined with my co-runner, Bash Prime.
Hey guys, I'm Bash Prime.
And we have our good friends Baja Blood and Toaster Party here with us on commentary.
Hello. Hello on Toaster Party.
Just a couple real quick things before the run. This is a multi-world randomizer, so I'll have items for Bash, and he will also have items for me, as well as items for our own games and world. I would like to dedicate this run to a very good departed friend, Sheik Your Booty. Lost him back in June of last year, and he definitely would have been here doing commentary with us. I'd like to dedicate to the run to him, and I'm also using his GameCube controller, so miss you, buddy. Love you.
Playing the great seed in the sky, dude. Miss you.
Great seed in the sky. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to my start screen, and we'll be ready for countdown here shortly. Bash, you titled, ready to go?
I am title screened and good to go.
All right.
I'm as ready as I can be, I think.
Shoes laced, ready to race.
All right. I'm going to hit the button. I'm going to count down to go. 3, 2, 1, go. So it's happening, man. All right.
Oh,
so like I said,
goodness.
The items from our games, imagine 2 decks of cards shuffled together and then just thrown around both of our game worlds. So I'm going to start off here with a trick known as Space Jump first, where I'm just going to exploit the visor that we used to collect lore in the game. I can use it to yeet myself sideways at incredible speed because my game has no sideways speed cap.
Let's call it Yeet Visor.
Yeet Visor.
Like
Yeah, I get to open gates and fail the frame 1 morph at the very beginning.
Bash
off to a good start.
In Metroid Prime 2 will also have a limited ability to use the scan visor to dash, but it is not quite as effective in Prime 2.
A great way to think about our respective runs is that I'm running a marathon and Bash is pulling off an elaborate bank heist. My exploits are pretty
Already
much...
opened the door right there.
Yep, there we go. My exploits are primarily movement-based, whereas Bash's will be trick-based.
So that gate I just opened is normally a Violet Translator gate. To make the early game a little bit more fleshed out, I have that unlocked. What will normally happen is when I go to GFMC Compound, I'll almost always get... ooh, that's awesome. It'll always be like power bombs or missile. So, but Space Jump to start for Reggie, that's a sign of good times to come.
Best case
Nothing
scenario.
bad will happen. I'm actually going to backtrack a little bit and get another item out of logic. Oh, great. Someone gets to explain what logic is.
Well, first, so Bash is scanned a post here, and a crate is riding into the sky. But we can't see Samus, but she is actually riding on this crate because Bash was on it when he scanned the post. And so when he skips the cutscene, we are going to fall down to the top of the room here and skip navigating around this room.
Ooh, nice grapple. So I'll need another grapple too. Ooh, an Amber Translator too. That's awesome. Thanks,
start.
Reggie.
I got you, homie.
But yeah, as Baz mentioned, there is logic to this. There is a algorithm of tricks and requirements to get certain items, and we have made sure that the seed is possible to complete. So the items will be placed in positions where they are accessible with beginner level tricks. But the runners the runners are capable of showing off their movement and trick knowledge to get stuff out of the possibly intended order.
There we go. But just there's an E-dash. So in Echoes, you can sort of scan dash, but not as fast as in Prime 1. But you can bunny hop off the ground by holding R. That is your launcher, wow. By holding R and then jumping as soon as you can, touch the ground. And if you scuff the dash into the ground, you'll hit it at a higher rate of speed. Also, that's my first E-tank of the run, and Space Jump boots. So first E-tank of the run.
Oh my,
my favorite letter of the alphabet is E. So if chat would like to share our joy of finding E-tanks by saying E, that would be fantastic. I'm gonna go check the reliquary hint. I don't have bombs yet, but that shouldn't be a big deal.
The other major movement exploit from my side, besides scan dashing, is going to be R jumping. When I walk off of a ledge, I have something called limited influence, meaning I cannot really influence the direction that Samus is falling. And I can purposefully give myself that by pushing the R button and lock my speed at a certain value.
My name is too long. It messed with the game.
So
that could be power bombs, which is not good.
So what Bash did there is scan a Luminoth corpse. The corpses have been updated in the randomizer to give a vague hint of what type of item is found in the Dark World in cache that is in the same location. So we just learned that a Morph Ball related upgrade is in Reliquary, which is one of the worst checks in Prime Echoes. So we'll see if that ends up being a major item or potentially just a Power Bomb expansion, which wouldn't be too bad if it ended up being there.
Yeah,
Depending on how things go, I might not need Light Suit, but it's too early to tell what's going to happen. I'm now going to go to Aegon Wastes. I have enough to work with here where I can just make my way through the desert.
Yeah, those
It's very sandy.
Those vague item hints are really crucial to keeping the game on pace. They're exclusive to Echoes. Prime doesn't have them, and part of that is just because there's a lot more game to Echoes. Not a whole lot more, but having extra information on where the logical route travels helps kind of bring them in sync with each other.
So despite being the first rooms in Aegon, this item right here is one of the last items I can get. It is, oh my.
Is it an STK?
I don't know if that's more for boost. I'm
gosh.
scared.
Oh no.
It's a ball upgrade.
So that's Mining Plaza. Mining Plaza requires, in addition to defeating a Morbus and returning the Aegon energy, I have space jump. I don't know why I went around. This is just muscle memory. Here, I'm actually go down and show off the space jump way to climb this room quickly. Also have a hint coming up here. That's another thing that was kind of alluded to with the Luminoth hints, but we have these translator hints too that require their specific translators to read. And that's for Dark Tortoise Temple, so that's great. I'm gonna get another look to see if that's boost or morph. I think that's boost, but I don't know. If that's morph, you're gonna be here for a little bit.
I'll
there's my launcher, so I can legally fire missiles now in this game. I got my license.
if I need to break, I'll break.
Having 10 missiles, Bash also gets prioritized missile drops when he's low on missiles. So not only does he have double the amount of missiles he used to have, he'll pretty much never really be caught without any missiles. Something that Prime does not have. So Reggie is going to be a little more inclined to picking up missile expansions and maybe even E-tanks just because he can get chump change basically when he's expecting missiles or energy, depending on what he needs.
Burger.
That's a missile expansion. Ooh, nice.
All right, so I'm going to, since it sounds like my Morph Ball might be late, I'm going to be a little risky here, and I'm going to fall down, because that's what happens in Prime.
All right,
That's
so
what
the
happens.
Morph Ball's just... Oh, go ahead.
That's what happens when limited influences works against your advantage. Though there's when he starts falling, there's nothing you can do on the GameCube controller to remedy falling. It just happens in slow motion.
Yeah, you also get less TikTok followers too as a result. So
There we go.
that's the one boomer joke of the day for me.
Bash, on the other hand, does not have to worry about limited influence. That is only a issue in Prime 1, and that may come into play if either the runners start doing some out-of-bounds shenanigans later in the seed. Out-of-bounds is a lot easier in Prime 2, in part because of the lack of its limited influence.
The pros and cons of like the type of movement, like lateral movement you can do in these games is pretty interesting. Like I can't move as nearly as fast with some of the dashing stuff having been patched from Prime 1, but with the number of exploits that are introduced, I have a lot more exploits that I can potentially use. Like I have a whole utility belt of just like heist stuff I can do in this game. It's great. Whereas Reggie will just be kind of schmooving through the game. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, there are some shared techniques between the two games. So to get up to this temple quicker, Reggie did abuse a slope surface on the ground there. Basically, this game adds vertical momentum to your current one when you leave the ground. So if you're walking up a slope, it doesn't set your vertical speed to a constant. It actually adds the two. Wave beam.
Reggie!
Ooh, wave beam!
There it is.
All right, we have artifact hints for my game coming. These are the keys that I need to finish my game. Let's see here. Aegon Wastes, Mineshaft.
That's not too bad. That's Dark Beam Locks.
My
Plenty of bombs,
Security
too.
Cave in Fendrana. My Research
A little
Lab
rude, but not too
Ether.
bad.
My Hydro Access Tunnel. All right. My Overgrown Cavern. My Elite
Are you there?
Research.
Excellent.
My Ruined Gallery. Bash's Underground Tunnel, the banana stand of Metroid Prime 2
Okay.
Echoes. And
I got
my
robbed.
landing site, which I did know
Yeah,
about.
we saw that one.
Those really weren't that bad.
No, Hydro Access Tunnel's fun. Hopefully I am able to get there with Boost without Gravity Suit and show off a cool exploit
That would be
there.
cool.
So what was supposed to be a power bomb quick kill on Bomb Guardian is just now a 3-cycle. With specific missile shots and charge shots, you can actually 2-cycle it, and then with power bombs, ideally, Bomb Guardian just goes bye-bye, but that did not happen.
Yeah, a lot of early game bosses in both Prime games can pretty much be quick killed with power bombs, as you weren't expected to have them in the base game.
So even if that was a progression item that wasn't like Morph Ball bombs, I could have escaped with either power bombs if I still had any, so this is like beginner trick logic that we have in our seeds here. So you can do a slope jump to get out. Slope jumps are when you jump up against a sloped surface, you gain more height than usual. I think it like contributes to like your vertical like velocity. I feel like Toaster or Baja would have a better explanation for that than me. I'm gonna go check Pirate Labs now because I have space jump, so I probably have bombs over here.
Yep, Spaceship.
Or I just need to do cleanup.
Spaceship does kind of tend to suggest labs in the database being required to get through the mining station A there to get into this room. You know, Reggie is returning to Chozo. It's going to be starting to hurt for this Morph Ball here, but Reggie is definitely capable of doing some crazy stuff here in Chozo without it.
Yeah,
Probably,
so I'm going to take a
missile
safety save in a room right around the corner here. I'm going to be doing some out of bounds tech without Morph Ball, which is required to fall while out of bounds. Toaster, would you like to tell us how every room is inside of a box?
Yeah, so Reggie's very much going outside of logic here. Morph Ball is something, I mean, very clearly intended to have very early on. So he's a bit desperate for checks. So he's going to go out of bounds. Out of bounds is very similar in both of these games, so there's a couple key differences. Usually there's just like a hole in a wall or a ceiling or something to get out of bounds. And at that point, once he's like on top of the map, he can exit the playable space. The playable space surrounds every room in the game, and it's basically a line in every direction where the game stops checking for physics. And so he will still have control of Samus, but since physics calculations stop being applied, he'll just end up floating and gravity won't apply to him. And so that will let him kind of skywalk and just kind of hover around. And the only way he can gain vertical distance is to enter and exit that boundary and try to input jumps.
Oh my god.
I'm trying to slow jump here. It's actually kind of precise. If I don't get it in the next like 2 times, I'm just gonna keep going.
Bash,
I got secret missiles out of logic, which is interesting.
Either your boost ball or cannonball is inside my tree.
Oh, that's fantastic. Thank you, game.
Yeah, Reggie was
Yeah, so
doing
Reggie was
Oh, go ahead.
clipping the camera through the tree using the landing lag animation in order to try to gather some information. So it was turned out to be very useful.
So I don't have bombs, so I can't really continue, at least without going pretty considerably out of logic. I can get one more item over here that may or may not help, depending. If I don't find anything that will help me keep going in Aegon, I will just go back to Temple Grounds to do checks there. So I have power bombs, so I'm not really too... Oh, okay, that's wonderful to see. Actually, that is wonderful to see because
Probably required.
worms are pretty much required here if that's Morph Ball.
So one interesting note, Bash does have a... actually, the out of bounds is more interesting. Go for it.
Yeah, the when the sky keeps changing colors, that's because Reggie's searching and hitting invisible triggers to kind of trick the game into loading the next room. So if you try to go to where a room is when it's not loaded, you'll just float. So he's touching invisible triggers. So there's one here that loads the next room, and then he'll stand on the door to trick the game into moving the map to that room. So like with the physics stopping on the edges of each room, it'll also get kind of lazy on previous rooms. But so here we can see what the floor of Aether looks like.
Another quick kill coming up here.
Yep. If we direct our attention to Metroid Prime 2 Echoes, we can see the power of power bombs. Very much unintended, and they just kind of destroy things that the developers didn't expect you to reach. So
keep going. I interrupted.
yeah, no worries. That was a cool kill to see. It was over in an instant. So
Yeah, I'll get to kill Boost Guardian with Extreme Prejudice later. Wait, what? What? I mean, what?
There's so much going on in this front. Let me know when it's time to sneak a few donations, and we have some really cool ones from the community.
I'm just doing cleanup, so I'm good on my end.
yeah, with that death, I think
Reggie,
we have
no!
time for donations.
Yep.
Reggie, what happened?
Oh no. All right, maybe some donations can help fix things. We have and I'm reading this correctly, $10,000 donation.
Yo, let's go.
From DK Salfo, who says, Morph Ball Orb Hype? Donating during the Metroid run from my girl Samus. We're halfway to meeting the next incentive. Let's go!
Wow.
And that did go towards our Cult of the Lamb Fight the True Final Boss incentive, which is now over halfway at $26,000 out of the needed $50,000. Thank you so much, DK Salfo, for that donation.
That's incredible.
How far away are we from 1.2 mil?
We're getting close. We're about $45,000 away from that milestone. So, chat, let's make it
Yeah.
happen.
I think we could probably hit 1.3 by the time this runs over, if not 1.4. Let's go for it.
Easy
Ooh,
emoji.
the challenge. I like it.
All right, so I took a death. The room that I was in was superheated, and I do not have the Varia suit. Without at least one energy tank, I'm not sure if I have enough time while traversing out of bounds to get that other
I'll
room
find
to
something soon.
load around me. So I'm gonna have to get creative with some things to do
what?
here.
Okay, that's interesting. So I found 2 Aegon keys out of logic. I don't have Morph Ball bombs yet. I know I have power bombs, but Randovania is designed to specifically require logically, at least up until recently, the main like power bomb or like main missile upgrade to be considered for whether an item can be placed somewhere that would require that to be used. And so this does help with route. I already checked that. This helps with streamlining my routing here, and that way I won't have to clean up later. But so far, all it's gotten me is a Morbus keys, which I mean is good. It's just I'll still need bombs to actually fight a Morbus with. I can't damage the boss without bombs, and then I will need Echo Visor and Screw Attack, unless I want to go for a really weird. Oh, there we go. Cool. Here, let's just dupe that Screw Attack because oh my gosh, I could have duped Screw Attack at the beginning.
I have Wave Beam,
Thanks, TGC.
Oh,
so I can do Tower of Light.
Oh, this is an oh yeah. Well, let me just go get this item here. That's on top of the show. Oh, no, I have to defeat Jump Guardian. Unfortunate.
That's nice.
Okay, I have Screw Attack, which means I'm definitely in go mode. Screw Attack is bar none okay. Hold on. Let me succumb to my hubris here real quick. Thought I had a power bomb for this. Screw Attack is really good in Echoes. It is not only a fantastic way to cross large distances safely, but in the GameCube versions especially, you can just go out of bounds everywhere with them. So like Morph Ball tunnels like these become out of bounds points, and I can use that if I want to do some shenanigans later on.
Yeah, so when you're traveling with Screw Attack, you are Morph Ball size. But when you land from a Screw Attack, the game will force unmorph you. So if you manage to wedge yourself in a tunnel while Screw Attacking,
I'm gonna try to.
the standing up will clip you out of bounds.
This is one of my
I sit in the
favorite
ships, so this is
rooms
fine.
in the game. Tower of Light. This is normally where you find the Wave Buster pickup. Requires 36 missiles to get Bash Primes more.
Do you want more missiles?
What the? What the heck?
I'm able to exploit the dashing technique and some funny standable bits to skip all of the missile requirements and just dash throughout the room rather quickly and pick up items there.
Fun fact. So I went for a scan dash to cross it, even though I have grapple. If you fail in this room specifically, you'll get a terminal fall, but this is the only room where terminal falls don't hurt you. Everywhere else, they do 10 damage. Like if I fall here, I'm gonna have 18 health. Or 13 because the pirate hit me. But I have a power bomb expansion for you. Would you like me to go get that for you and hopefully not soft log?
Alright, I think.
Oh, yeah. So if I slope jump off here, I probably should have dealt with the pirate first. This should be fine.
Another fun feature of both Prime 1 and Prime 2 is if something looks like you can stand on it, you can probably stand on it. So Bash is trying to screw attack to a tiny bit of little standable terrain here.
Oh, wait, I have bombs. I can do the other method. I can do the 100% strat.
From where he can then screw attack directly to the item here, skipping a very big puzzle in the dark world that we can't even access right now.
So I'm gonna do what's called a bomb space jump, or BSJ. This abuses what's called coyote time in the Prime games. Normally when you walk off of a ledge or become airborne, so without jumping as Samus, you have a 3-frame window where you can still actually input a jump while you're airborne. With Morph Ball, since you technically don't jump despite doing a bomb jump, for whatever reason when you're morphed, it's 22 frames of a window, and normally that doesn't matter because it takes a full second to unmorph. But in the case of this, or in the case of doing a trick called an instant unmorph, where you obstruct the camera, which will skip the unmorphing animation, that'll give you plenty of time in the window where you can input a jump. And so in Echoes especially, it's just broken. You can set up BSJs almost anywhere in the game with the way the camera works. And so with that, I can do single bomb, double bomb, or triple bomb space jumps, and that'll let me jump higher than I otherwise could normally, and that will allow me to. I think I found your X-ray visor or something here.
Do or die moment on Reggie's side right here.
Ice spreader.
There's a single room.
Nicely done.
That's hot.
Yeah, so one might think that all of Magmore is superheated, being the lava area, but actually if you're heading in this direction, only that first room is. So from this point...
Like you have space jump, but I feel so bad for
more to
you,
get
I'm
through
sorry.
the fire tunnels.
Alright, so I safety save there because I don't have Light Beam to get out of here, or Violet Translator to get out, so I am effectively soft locked, though I have Screw Attack and Bombs. So if I could actually like out of bounds wall crawl out of here.
Yeah, per kind of the like logic that the developers use, they don't really have to worry about players coming back here because you can't attach the spider tracks if you're taking damage. So they don't expect you to be able to just R-jump your way across that gap. And it takes quite a bit of practice to get the R-jump technique that good. As it kind of incrementally gives you more and more distance.
Oh, there we go.
With enough hours, you can kind of confidently clear gaps like that
Hey,
without
Reggie.
scan dashing or anything.
Ice Beam, oh gosh.
Do you want to go to mines without Morph Ball?
Not particularly. I might not have a choice.
Oh, you're...
Nice energy.
Okay, you briefly got disconnected. There you go. Okay, I was like wondering what was taking so long. All right. So I'm technically stuck, but I'm going to, I think, wall crawl out of here. Or I'm going to wall crawl back to the save station. I want to respect logic in some places where I can, because I think it's cool seeing the way that a seed unfolds and the way it's intended can lead to some real... Oh, I have to unload the room first, because this is the first time I've seen Umos. Also, shouts to Umos, the homie. Unless the second item is bad, then no.
Yeah, so a term of art in our community is secret world are ways to get out of bounds in this game. This is among my favorites, where you use our friendly Luminoff here's shoulder as a standable point to jump out of bounds.
I have to reload the room because Umos' collision's different the second time I come in, and I have to jump off his shoulder to actually go out of bounds here. When would be a good time? Oh, Wait, we already read donations real quick, but I don't know if there's...
There are always more donations. Whenever you'd like them, just let me know.
All right, that's up to you, Reggie.
Yeah, this is a good time. I think
So
I'm pretty stuck without my Morphball, or at least
so
Varia
I just
suit
need
to
to-
do some shenanigans.
I'm doing my best. All right, I think I got past the bad part. I'm almost past the bad part. There we go. So, out of bounds is more choreographed than you'd think. It's not just, oh, you can just walk over anywhere you want. I probably should have just bomb jumped here, but that's fine. So I actually have to like manually go to doors and specifically interact with them, like jumping off them to transition to like the next active room. The way that the Prime games work is that only a few rooms are loaded at a time, and you actually have to manually switch what the game considers to be the active room. There's also more to it that I can explain later because it's a long explanation, and I don't want to lose time for anything that Reggie wants to show off or donations.
Yeah, I'd say go ahead and hit us with some
There we go.
donos. Sure, buddy.
You got it. We have $50 from Laura Jacques Taylor. No comment, but really appreciate the generosity.
Oh my gosh. Hi, that's my stepmom.
Oh,
Thank you so much for watching. I have to go on this side.
We also have $30 from Takapa, who says, I cannot fully express how much the Metroid Prime Randomizer community has meant to me over the last 3 years, which Reggie has been an integral part of. That being said, rooting for Vanilla Plasma. Shout out to Sheik, who I know is watching this and has blessed, first, the run. Miss you, bro. Thank you so much for that sweet donation.
Thanks to Kappa, the homie.
Thanks.
Oh, I was in this box, that's why. Okay, I get to talk about boxes soon. I don't know how to feel about that. Oh, I need to do it here, that's why.
Would you like one more donation or back to the action?
You've got time.
I'm gonna do something real quick and then I can probably do another one. So I'm gonna actually transition the room back to this hallway I was in. If the game will let me jump, I'm gonna bomb jump here. So the way that active rooms work is that if I interact with collision in a room that's no longer considered active, it actually skips doing collision checks. So I can do a thing here called the ceiling warp, where I just warp right through the ceiling like that. It's super broken when it can be done. Prime 1 and Prime 3 also make use of it too. And Prime 1 in specific circumstances, but it's still powerful enough. But that'll allow me to go to the save station, save, and then also show off, I think the first... Oh no, I already did a save warp. That is a rando feature if Baja or Toaster wants to talk about that real quick. And then I probably think there's time for another donation or two.
Yeah,
Do you want to show off something?
there's a couple kind of quality of life features sprinkled in here. These Prime games are a little notorious sometimes for having a lot of backtracking. To keep the pace up and the adrenaline up, most players opt to play with a feature called Warp to Start, which means at any save station, they can go back to the room that they started in at no cost. So that's twofold. One, to kind of just speed up the pace of gameplay, and it also helps prevent kind of newer players from soft locking themselves in areas of the game where they otherwise might not be able to escape in kind of a one-way doomsday scenario. So, yeah.
I didn't refill my ammo. Oops. That's fine. I'll get a guaranteed power bomb coming up. Shouts to the Echo's drop system. I'm sorry, Reggie.
All good.
It's better.
Let's see. I'd say go ahead and hit us.
You doing all
with
right? I'm doing my
couple
best.
More donos. I'm vibing.
I think I'm on my way to Morbus soon. I just need to get one more key.
I'm having a lot of fun watching this. And so is everyone donating. We have $25 from Heavy Shadow Sound, who says, "Hey Bash, I am so immensely proud of you. Grateful to eat among your incredible community in Metroid Rando and to have known you for many years. You and Uncle Reggie are doing awesome. Shouts to Baja and Toast on the couch as well. I'm so stoked to see you guys at GDQ. Heart donation goes to the Cult of the Lamb's true final boss, because who wants to wait until next time to defeat the one who waits?" We're doing pretty well on that. Come on, chat, keep it going. Over $27,000 towards that $50,000 incentive. I also want to let everyone know that the Final Fantasy XIV character choice has swapped. Lalafell is now in the lead. Viera is now behind, so make sure you get your donations in if you want to influence that one.
Yo, you can speedrun the world's most popular MMO. Also, yo, Heavy, proud of you, dude. Super glad to be your friend, man. Thank you. Oh, I can actually go this way.
If I'm reading Reggie's mind correctly, the trick which he could not do earlier because he did not have enough E-tanks. I think he might be thinking that with Wave Beam, he can clip inbounds and he can dash to the room a lot faster than he can Aether Walk. So in that room, there's just barely enough time to dash through that lava room. He won't be able to grapple across because A, doesn't have grapple, and 2, it's hot. So it's going to be really tight. I think he'll get this extra E-tank, which will help. Actually, I forgot this was here, but you can't get that.
No, I can't get
Interesting.
Just go find it.
Yeah, so you can get it, but you couldn't get
almost.
out. So
What's this?
I'm thinking that I might be able to.
Got something for you.
Oh, gosh, thanks. I may be able. I don't know if Magma Pool.
it might be an auto load.
Oh, so I have a Visor in Dark Aegon Waste, so I have a feeling Echo Visor is going to be somewhere definitely not suspicious. So thank you, TGC and Dark Zero for vetting this seed for us.
Is Magma Pool loaded right now?
Yes. Okay, so that's not going to work.
So you'll have to door dump, transition to it, and then force load into Training Chamber, I think.
I'm trying to remember when I got bought. Oh yeah, that was back in Temple Grounds. So yeah, I was kind of assuming they were going to be in my game, but then Reggie was the homie and found them. So now I can go to Dark World for the first time here in Aegon Wastes. The front half here has a few checks. If I get the last Aegon key, I'll be able to fight the main guardian here, Amorbis, my arch nemesis, I want to say at this point, because every seed I've genned or have played in like for instance the current tournament that's going on for Echoes has had Amorbis required, and it's obnoxious and chat loves it. So even though we have that required mining plaza, which needs Amorbis, like I bet Amorbis itself is gonna have something good too, because when does it not, right?
So Bash is going to...
Reggie, go find more ball.
Bash is going to show off a skip here. Normally after we bomb the slot, we have to destroy 3 little of those red...
I need to do something else, actually.
Interesting.
But we can skip this puzzle with Space Jump and just blow up the last one, and the last one is enough to get us to activate the portal and into the Dark World.
I think they fixed it in Trilogy, but for the GameCube version, it only checks that... Oh, I didn't do the thing! Okay, I'll have 2 more opportunities to do it here.
All right, I think instead the solution, I'm going to take a quick restart. I think my solution is to force load Training Chamber access around myself.
And cross fingers so the game doesn't crash.
Yes, we do not want to defer.
It's a fantastic sound, though.
Yeah. And art to wall crawling, which is the term we use for traversing out of bounds in this game, is keeping in the back of your head just a rough estimation of how much memory is allocated. And it's something that's pretty much done by feel and by a couple hard rules. So you have to just know by experience if the sum of the things loaded will crash the game or not, and take appropriate action. So Reggie's going to try something that pushes that line and may or may not crash. But it might have a great reward if he pulls it off. This is highly uncharacteristic for just a normal cross-game seed like this to have more falls so late. It's something that's kind of really needed to do almost anything in this game. It's definitely marathon luck to go so long without it. So,
well, except for when our dear friends, who I don't know if they're gonna be friends after this, gen this. So
I'm gonna take that.
So jump guardians here. I'm gonna go fight it. Actually, no. I'm going to do the correct routing here, which is go to Dark Aegon Temple first and check the broom closet. Now, the room here, actually, I'll talk about it when I get to it in like 5-10 seconds.
So if that is in fact my morph ball in Mining Plaza, Bash is going to need
it looks big.
One more Dark Aegon key.
I have a hint for what's possibly Echo.
Access to the boss, and then also get his Echo Visor. He's already got Screw Attack and Space Jump, so he can get to the item. He just needs to defeat the boss Amorbis, return the energy from the Dark World version to the Light World version, and then unlock the gate in front of that item.
Also, early Dark Suit's really nice. Dark Aether's Atmosphere is dangerous. You need to shoot a a light beacon in order to protect yourself, but Since I don't have Various Suit anymore, I am protected from, for the most part, from Dark Aether's damage. Without any suit upgrades, you take 6 damage per second, which without a ton of E-tanks, you don't survive very long. With Dark Suit, that goes down to 1.2 damage per second. So with 2 E-tanks, I am doing pretty good right now. I don't know how many missiles I fired. I think that was like 6. And then once I get to like 9, actually I could probably just use my inventory here. Also, I'm really scared of this boss coming up, Jump Guardian. Pretty intimidating boss. So this statue here is going to help me try to get the best RNG possible. Even though I'm clearly missing the statue, so don't worry, this is definitely not a bit I'm doing at all. Oh my gosh, Jump Guardian, what happened to your health? Okay, bye.
Skip leg day, SMH my head.
Oh my god. SMH my head, dude. And that's not, okay, so what I thought happened. Oh, actually, no, not yet. I have a Morph Ball system coming up, and that, also I just realized with bombs, that actually opens up more of labs, so I'm gonna head that way. There's a small chance my last Aegon key is on the ship back in GFMC compound where I got, that's where you find out like the rest of the GFMC squadrons unfortunately deceased. That's where I got that screw attack. Didn't even get to talk about progressive grapple because I got screw attack so early, which is not that big of a shocker, but that's okay. I don't have beams yet, so I'll have to suffer a little bit without them. I would like light beam for a Morbus here, but I want to get Reggie out of logical BK here
right.
as soon as possible. It's been a decent bit.
Please no crash. Oh my goodness, it works.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, so we're not out of hot water yet.
That was the easy part.
All right.
Boost ball, that's interesting. I could. Oh my gosh.
All right.
Nicely
there we
done,
go.
OG.
Nice, dude.
All right, let's get some energy.
I'm gonna safety save here because the secret missiles I found, which are now logical because I have Morph Ball bombs to access that part of the pirate labs. I could access even more of the base, but I'm being stubborn and not doing that when I probably should.
Yeah.
Ooh, I get to show off the secret
Fun
strat,
burst.
even though I have seekers.
So the big reason I couldn't come through this room is that's a Morph Ball tunnel, and I don't have that item yet. So I just skipped that Morph Ball requirement to get me back a couple rooms further. Oh boy. I was not sure that was going to work without crashing.
That was expertly
Yeah.
done.
In 2 tournaments.
Really well done.
Yeah, in the 2 tournaments I've watched, and I've watched pretty much every game in those tournaments, that's never been something someone has done,
So in my game, screw attack can be used to open secret locks. You have to open them within like, I think it's 1.5 window after shooting the first one. So I shoot that first one, and then I only have to hit the other 4 of screw attack. That's probably one of the easier ones. This one's a little bit more precise, but I should probably get this.
In Metroid Prime 1, you can stand on anything, and Metroid Prime 2, you can screw attack anything.
Pretty much. Nice, that was really good.
Well done, Dash.
There is a small chance I will crash here. Hopefully that does not happen. Oh, I don't have Emerald, so I'm just Bash Prime. I don't know what I'm doing here.
The Boost Seekers
Some people
Shouts
who
to
does
not
open
get my
Hold On
tracker.
and Dead, though. That is something that we got from that.
I'm Bash Prime.
I want to let you know that some people in donations also think they're Bash Prime. Let me know if you want to hear those sometime.
What a shocker.
Yes,
I had
absolutely.
no idea anyone was going to say that. Go ahead.
You got it. We have $200 from Migs Live, who says, it's so awesome to see the Randomania and Prime community on the spotlight. Shout outs to Bash and Reggie for running these great games and representing such a great community. GLHF, I'm Bash Prime.
E-Tank.
And we have $25 from
God.
CMM1215, who says, hello, it's Clay. Wanted to wish you both the best of luck in your race today. Bash, you've been a good friend to me for so long, and I know how much you've wanted to show this off at a GDQ. I'm thrilled you get to today. I love you, my boy. Reggie, we haven't known each other too long, but I'm also excited for you, and it's already been great knowing you. My talented and lovely SGDQ 2022 roomies, hear the words of Aldir and defeat Metroid Prime 1 and Metroid Prime 2 Echoes for the Nintendo GameCube. I'm Bash Prime. Thank you so much.
So Reggie, what you
question.
find there?
So the item
so good.
pool
Look at that thing.
is slightly reduced. I only have 9 artifacts in my game instead of the vanilla 12, and I started with charge beam. So there's technically 4 missing slots in my game for active items. In order to make sure that if there are certain rooms that require you to pick up the item in order to escape, we have a nothing item that is placed, and Toaster Party has graced us with a pixelated, glitched out Metroid model. So I'm going to pick it up, and it's going to do absolutely nothing.
I have no idea why it wasn't intended, but something about the baked-in lighting means you can have different colored Metroids depending on the room and other stuff. So
Yeah, gotta collect them all.
I'm just gonna go for a Morbus now. I think a Morbus is gonna have my Echo Visor based on that hand I got, and I'm right, and I'm never gonna be wrong. So I'm just gonna do this now. I only have 2 out of the 3 Aegon keys, but I'm pretty sure the 3rd Aegon key is either just all the way at the back of Labs, which I was going to just go out of bounds and just walk over to it out of bounds, and bully Dark Samus a little bit. But I'm going to put that off for now, because if a Morbus has Echo Visor, I can just go out and get Reggie's Morph Ball, which he kind of sort of needs. He's doing the best he can without it. I got you the Wave Beam and Ice Beam as a bit of a consolation prize, I guess. Yep. I'm not sure what.
Which I'm going to use to do another wall crawl and then get through some doors at the end of it. This is.
What if we kissed out of bounds?
Oh my gosh.
I'm out of bounds now. Screw attack is amazing.
I will be shortly, hopefully. This is the Ice Beam before Flagra wall crawl, which has several different names. The Prime community is very, very good at naming our exploits. However, I still don't have Morph Ball, so this is a lot more difficult without that item to save me from potentially soft locking in the ceiling.
Same wall crawl, higher risks.
Okay.
I want to take the time to explain like room boxes, but I want to get that puts off the time that it takes for me to get Morph Ball for Reggie. So
there we go.
I think there'll be another opportunity for me to do another out of bounds, but basically, I'll have a more visual like example for it later that will hopefully not melt people's brains, because this game is super technical to explain sometimes, and I apologize for that. So right now I'm trying to get the jump here. The game is nice. And then I Aether jump up here. These are 3-frame window jumps. This should already be loaded. It is not, so I'm gonna have to load this room. So I safety saved earlier because of Torvis, thinking I had Emerald, and I didn't. I could do Emerald stuff out of logic, but I want to stay here and potentially get Morph Ball as early as I can, even earlier than usual.
This is fine.
Nice.
Reggie is making this movement look easy, but this is extremely practiced
really hard
and precise. This is actually really impressive.
So normally what I would do while out of bounds here is just come up here and morph to fall out of the ether ceiling, because when you're morphed and out of bounds, you just fall infinitely. So I'm trying to touch the loading trigger for this room on the other side of this door, but I don't have the required stuff to do it the easy way. So we're just kind of winging it.
You're putting in the work, Reggie. I'm actually like, this is super dope what you're doing.
Still not quite there.
I know my game doesn't normally have music in Aegon Waste, but this song's bumping. So just giving the tech team an opportunity to show off some of the banger music that's in Echoes.
But it is Morbin time.
Oh my god, it really is. The boss of all time, dude. I should have fired Seekers at this thing.
We are pretty safe with already having the Dark Suit, but we don't have any great weapons for this fight, so unfortunately we'll be a little bit slow of a fight. But yeah, Bash did a great job there, skipping the Aegon keys normally required to access this boss by doing some wall crawling. We'll also have a little bit of trouble escaping this room because the gate hasn't been closed, so we'll have to wall crawl out as well.
I'm gonna see if I can skip these worms. I don't think I can. Alright, I'm gonna... Wait, what? Oh, this is the first phase still. I'm sorry. My brain is broken.
Yeah, so Morbus normally...
I play this game too much.
Morbus normally you fight 1 worm, then 2 worms, then 3 worms in each phase. However, if during this second phase here you manage to kill both worms while they're both attached to the orb still, in phase 3 only 2 worms will spawn. So you get to save...
This is the orb opportunity, by the way. Just saying.
This trick is made much easier with Boost Ball. which Bash luckily does have.
I wish I had light beam, so it's going to be a bit slower of a setup, I think.
Yeah, but the setup is more difficult if you don't have a good weapon to quickly damage Amorphous.
Losing another cycle here. Where's my light beam, dude? I want it so bad.
Still beamless on Bash's
where's my
side.
light?
Although I think Bash is a little bit happier having more fall as a starting item.
You know what? I'm just going to throw in Dr. Worm Skip.
Oh, that's the bottom of this room.
All right.
Cool. That's fine. I might read.
I'm not going to do Worm Skip because it's just going to take too long to set up, and it gives viewers in chat another opportunity to enjoy me getting potentially worm jammed here. They have a great little light show that they can show off.
Shout
It's
out
got
to
like
chat,
lasers, pyrotechnics.
who collectively came up with like 8 different Amorphous puns.
Where's my
All right, so
load
now I get to
trigger?
fight 3 of them. It's fantastic.
I could have sworn it was in this vicinity. If
Oh,
you
this
get
takes
bad
way too long.
load.
This setup, okay.
This room has 2 sets of load triggers. Based on the way that you move through the
Ideal.
prior room, you can get one or the other. And I've gotten
That
that.
way?
I'm just going to
That's
restart.
really dumb.
Yeah, so this is another one of the disadvantages of
Did I get
Prime
launched
1
in the
wall
air, dude?
crawling.
What the heck?
In Echoes, you can get rooms to load
think I've seen that
generally
before.
just by being near the door. Whereas Prime, there are a lot more specific load triggers that you need to know and be able to hit.
should be good.
And without more, some of them are pretty tough, difficult to access.
The vast majority of rooms in Prime 1 are loaded by a loading trigger. There are a very, very small subset of them that just load automatically once you are.
So if I stand near this worm, it's going to just constantly melee attack me, but I risk getting hit by it, and it does a lot of... I get hits done for like a bunch of frames instead of just like the usual, like, oh, you're like knocked back a little bit. It's pretty annoying, but
But luckily that,
hopefully I don't get lasered here.
but manipulating the boss to do that melee attack does
you know
prevent
what?
it from doing.
I'll just throw.
Oh no.
I'm throwing. I should have shown off with the 3 worms, but that's fine.
We get to
Raven,
see Worm
so-
Rave on the
Shouts to-
main stage
yeah.
screen. So
Shouts to Worm Rave, Worm
Yeah.
Jam.
So yeah.
You're
Morpheus
welcome.
is invincible during this attack, so when we are speedrunning or racing, we do try to avoid this, but we do enjoy this for the memes.
Yeah, now there's only 1 worm left that can't do the attack, so ideally you just... I mean, ideally you have light beam, so and you have worm skip, so you only have to deal with 2 worms at a time ever, but... It's a marathon run. Gotta do all the fun stuff, you know? Still, I mean, I do feel... Alright, we finally beat a Morbus. I hope, to the Echo's gods, this is Echo Visor. And to the surprise of absolutely no one, it is. Now, I wall crawled here, which means the door, the gate that needs the 3 keys to open normally is still shut. So I'm not out of the woods yet, but this should be fine. Having Dark Suit for this is really nice, and having the 2 E-Tanks is great too. I've done this with various suit before, but generally I want to have more health. With 2 E-Tanks, I survive, I think, for about, like, I want to say, like, 4 minutes, 5 minutes. With various suit, if I have 4 tanks, I survive for, like, a minute.
Fantastic, Coach Charbonny. What you got for us?
Yeah, this is a good opportunity.
Commentary is so good. I never want to interrupt it. I just want to let everyone know that we are now over $30,000 out of that $50,000 incentive for Cult of the Lamb. Please keep those donations coming. It's so exciting to see that number go up, everyone.
With them. I'm gonna try to explain this real quick, if that's okay.
Yeah, go for it.
So for me to actually skip this, I need to do another bomb space jump. The camera angle here is really annoying, and you know what? I'm just gonna deal with these 8 warrior ring because they are the worst. I wish. Oh, I have power bombs. We're good. I can just do this.
the further
Thank
we
you,
get,
goodness.
the more the correct logic read looks like is that it's looking more and more like Morph Ball is maybe that Morph Ball related upgrade that we saw.
I'm pretty sure. Or it's boost, and I'm just gonna completely just
Yeah.
lose my mind.
Assuming one more Aegon key is accessible somewhere in Ash's Seed, this is perfectly accessible.
I think it's on the ship or in labs. I have a bunch of stuff open in Aegon.
This play from Bash to skip it is really good, actually, because it could be in a large number of places that would take them a long time to full clear. So, reading the logics, cutting the corner here, assuming we can get this escape from the Amorphous room.
Nice.
Dude,
Okay,
where's
that's
my
the hard
room?
part. All right, I did that slope jump to get up to the cross is more precise than it looks.
It's really
and
difficult.
I usually choke a
Yeah.
bunch. So now I just go up here, ceiling warp back into the temple access, and heist complete, dude.
Awesome.
I can't be stopped.
And I think this is a good opportunity for donations while Bash goes to return the energy.
Yep, just going on a shopping trip here, going on errands.
Sounds good. People are having some fun with the name of these games. We have $25 from the Doodle Abadies, who says to not donate during the Prime 1+2 randomizer would be a Metroid Prime.
Yes.
We then have
Oh no, the puns
$200.
begin.
They're great. We have $200 from Caleb Wise, who says prime time to donate. Let's beat cancer and see some great runs. And then we have $20 from Mop of Justice, who says, look at how much fun these runners are having in these two amazing games. I guess you could say they're having the Metroid time of their lives. Smiley face. Thank you so much, everyone. Everyone's always so creative. I love to see it.
I knew we were going to escape the puns. I'm thankful it took about an hour for them to happen. So, all right. So, also, space pirates are excellent fodder for bowling. Thank you, Boost Ball. I'll have more opportunities in labs later if I go there.
They also strangely dislike that.
I just realized we're at the 50-minute mark and Reggie has not been able to go into a ball for this entire time.
Nope.
That's very down.
Nope.
That's
Spicy.
Yeah.
All right. I can't do that yet. Well, I mean, I could if I went out of bounds, but I'm not going to do that.
This is
So for me to actually get the puzzle here to work in Mining Plaza, which is like the Aegon entrance room, we need to get the sun out. There's currently too many clouds out. I don't know if you live in the drought-stricken state that I live in called California or Southern California. This is actually kind of an accurate representation of Southern California pre the sort of atmospheric river we've been getting the past couple of weeks. But we do need to get the sun back out. Have it shine brightly because so I guess the like solar puzzle for this is, or the echo puzzle for this is like solar powered. I'm not exactly sure how it works. It's Luminoth technology. I unfortunately do not know. I'm not on personal terms with Umos, so I wouldn't be able to know. Or I don't know Umos personally. I'm doing a terrible job with this bit. All right, so now that we've gotten the energy restored, the sun's now out in Aegon Wastes. Probably a good opportunity to get that sun can going for SGDQ coming up. And now I get to go all the way over here and hopefully get Morph Ball.
Yeah, probably got a moment.
I mean, this has to be Morph Ball,
Probably got a
right?
moment again for another donation or two.
Yeah, you're good.
You got it. We have $25 from Boyd Samus, who says Samus has a favorite juice. It's grape plus apple. Grapple. Thank you
Nice.
so much for that. We also have $100 from Darks Zero, who says, really excited to see Prime 1 and 2 randomizers at GDQ. Seeing people enjoying these randomizers this much makes all the years of work I've done to Randomania absolutely worth it.
shout outs to Zark Zero. He's the proverbial father
There
of
we go.
Randomania, which is the program that we are using to randomize the games as well as send items.
Looks
back
like
and
Morph
forth.
Ball.
Yeah, his child is over 5 years
Oh
old now,
my
which is crazy.
God.
Oh my goodness.
All right, cool. So I
Please,
can finish
please
this.
clap.
I can finish this bowl crawl in slightly less pain.
I
Oh
did
my
it.
goodness.
My job is done.
You got a whole lot more
Oh
work
my
to do,
goodness.
homie.
What do I do now? There's some. I didn't think about the road ahead. I just thought about, what do I need to do right now?
Reggie's in business now.
Yeah.
Wave
Good
and
shape here.
Ice are really strong beams for having access to the world in general. You don't have Morph Ball bombs yet, though, which is a little
I
bit
do
of a
not
problem.
yet have bombs.
But I think
if I
a
still
large fraction of the
de-risk
game
it.
just opened up.
Yeah. He can. I think he has everything he needs to visit any elevator from any room.
Oh,
so
there we go. Okay, this
He
is
can,
much
he can
better.
go on the world tour, but there'll still be checks he can't do.
Oh, I'm not. Oh, I did that first. I have to do this. Or is that already? Oh, it is destroyed. Okay, that's dumb. All right, let's show off the quick way of climbing it, which I kind of did and then abandoned.
All right, here's the end of IBBF.
Oh,
Nice.
thank
Nicely
God.
done, Reggie.
You
What's
basically
that?
get one
Is
try
that
for
Morph
that.
Ball?
Yeah.
What a mess.
He still is out of logic back here because you need both Morph Ball and bombs to get back here. So he has a chance to find a really big shortcut through the seed.
I still have work to do. I don't want to. I don't want to play around with all the different like environment flags here in labs because they just lock a bunch of doors, and it's very, very not straightforward. So we're going out of bounds here again. We're gonna go on another little little wall crawl to skip a bunch of that because it just really slows the seed down. Other than that, though, like labs is open to me, so I can check a fair amount of stuff here without. Oh, that was an early space jump.
Feels great to be back in bounce, let me tell you.
Yeah, what's
Yo, you can curl into a ball with the morph ball.
Into a ball.
Yeah, what's the game plan, right? You're feeling a little behind. You had to wait a long time for the item to logically progress. Now you have a lot of the world open to you. What's going on in that head?
I'm gonna check some of the items that are back here that are free to grab. Without bombs, I'm still not too keen on doing a whole lot more morph tunnel movement. If I know my friends, there's a fair chance that my bombs are in my game. At a very vanilla location.
By the way, if I held R when jumping off that door, the game crashes. It, don't know why, it just does. Maybe I'll show it off later if I'm in BK. All right, so this gets me to the back of labs faster. I can get there with the stuff I have. It's just more, it's a bit more like, I'm expediting the trip. We're speedrunning, I have to go fast here.
Bash, you know the rules. You were the first to say BK, so you get to explain it.
Oh, God. Well, let me deal with Dark Samus first.
Yeah.
All right, so this is Dark Samus 1. Pretty fun boss fight at the beginning. And then Power Bomb just shreds your health.
Well, so I could roll through this room the normal way, like around under the pipe, but behind this moss there is a secret tunnel.
Dark Beam.
Secret
Dark Beam.
tunnel.
And,
Secret
tunnel.
Oh, imagine getting an instant unmorph and then re-instant.
So if I got that missile, or if I went in that room to get the missile, I would soft lock.
Is that
Aegon key? It's Ing Hive key too. Fantastic.
Oh, roses are red, violets
Quad
are blue. I love
making its presence
mystification
known.
of Ing Hive
Excellent. So BK mode, right? Burger King. So I believe it was either an Ocarina of Time or Link to the Past multi-world that was being played, and a player was locked by progression that they needed other players to get for them to advance. So like if it was OOT, maybe the only checks they had left for Forest Temple, they needed the bow to move on, but another player had the bow. They like checked everything else in their game that they had with the items they had. So they just went to Burger King and then came back and they were still stuck. So affectionately, it's now known as BK mode. Nice E-tank for Reggie there.
We like those.
I thought that was gonna be progression. It could be back here, even though I don't have Spider. So maybe Spider's in bioenergy production.
I am being tested by this seed.
Oh, I mean, we both are. Yours is a test of resilience. Mine's a test of willpower and strength. Well, I guess different kind of willpower. It's like, what can I do? Whereas it's like, what can you not do? Is this Sonic Boom? Fantastic. All right, everybody play Gallus' name, I guess. Yo, actually, Street Fighter 2 is one of the intermission games, right? So I guess you could do that.
Recording to logbook.
Okay. That cannot be light suit, so that's a relief. Reggie, you good there?
Oh, I'm doing
You all
great.
right?
So I'm gonna try to return semi closer to where logic is. So I'm gonna take a save warp from the back of Chozo here back to the start of the game and go check a couple of other more accessible items.
Yeah, never. It's really easy sometimes to sort of put off the early checks when you think, oh, like I got this item now, I can just go on ahead. But that, stuff that opens up includes early game checks, and the early game checks tend to not require as many items. So there's stuff that just straight up needs morph ball only that Reggie can do now. That's considered logical.
It's like
Oh,
Reggie's been
is
busy.
it,
three. Yeah, I've been doing a lot. There's about 5 things that I can get that are logical. I can head back to Dynamo and check back there.
I don't like this puzzle, but at least I have boost ball, so I can like sort of do this more quickly. Sort of, kind of.
This is a good
What
time.
Those are my supers, aren't they? Oh my god. Wow, what a shocker. Bioenergy having like a super important item.
I knew it.
Super important, wow, nice.
Inadvertent puns are the best puns. Oh, what nice ceiling.
Yeah, I was like, I hope I'm not too high here. Yep, that turned out to be the case. There's a backup for this where I don't have to deal with the pirates.
I wonder what Big
Long as
Purple
I-
could be.
Main PDs.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so we are
Nice.
almost
Going for a ride, dude.
certainly looking at a seed where I have French
I
vanilla.
don't have problem this now.
I don't see a world in which that's not the case.
So I got supers, which opens this door and the Dark Pirate Labs, or at least a small part of it, not a huge part. Wow, what a just immediate progression here with another missile expansion.
I'm so ready for Dark Beam in Torvus Lagoon. All you need now is grab boost.
What about Dark Beam in Defiled Shrine yesterday with that seed you gent? I had to go on an adventure for that one. I had missed the hint for it too, so like I just couldn't get it. So that was something I wanted to sort of bring up that Toaster kind of did, but like yeah, there's more things for me to do in terms of what I need for Go mode, but I get access to a variety of hints. Like Reggie does get the Chozo artifact hints, and I'll have an equivalent to that for the Sky Temple keys, which I don't have any yet. Actually, what am I doing here?
We saw one in Furnace.
Right, Lower Furnace
Yeah,
was
I'm
one.
gonna save
Lower
here.
Furnace is an STK. I saw it while out of bounds.
Oh, nice. A nice green key. All right, I'm curious what's on the GFMC ship, because that I'm convinced that's the last key, but I could be wrong.
Right. I'm entering the crashed frigate. So I'm
so sorry.
do not have gravity suits, so you'll notice that I'm moving pretty slowly underwater. I said during the interview, nothing good happens underwater in this game. So I'm going to remove a fair amount of the water by transitioning into this room, back out, and back in again rapidly. In the bottom 3/4 of this room, the water's just gone. At least for the
Actually,
physics.
I didn't know this was a thing.
I thought that was an
That's
Echoes
really
only
cool.
trick.
So I'm still technically underwater. You can see my wave beam shots traveling pretty slowly, but I'm able to move rather freely throughout the room. That will change as soon as I enter the next room.
Basically, he entered a water box once and left it twice, so that the game just like that's how water works. You're not in it anymore, so.
I think you channeled Mario there for a second, Toaster.
Yahoo!
So the game does expect us to have the thermal visor to find these energy conduits, but oh no, what?
I'm not sorry.
Oh, I'm so glad I came down here. That's my Varia suit.
Fantastic,
Oh
dude.
man,
I feel so good getting that ice beam.
this is terrible.
All right, so I need a jump guardian to get this, and now I can finally go get it, and it's going to be another missile expansion. Watch.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so
Oh,
it's
that was almost right. Okay.
there's been like a little it's like a little bit controversial whether or not Retro Studios expects you to be able to come down here and leave without gravity suit. There is some text that pops up on your screen if you try to proceed further if you don't have the gravity suit.
If you have space jump, you can make it
Yeah.
out.
So getting that Varia suit and leaving with it is something that the game can expect them to do in order for both of them to finish. So this Varia suit is a strong item to kind of open up more of the world.
And it's a very
Sometimes with,
finish, please.
No, are you gonna make a Varia pun? You can interrupt.
No,
if you're
I'm
making a
not.
pun.
I was not.
I was about to do one
can
too.
do one.
Yeah, please do.
The expectations I have for this seed now are variable at best. That's where I was
Oh, I
going
mean,
with that.
the Morph Ball in Mining Plaza, if that wasn't an indicator. It's okay, it's just your turn now.
That's some pretty niche logic too. Like having to go down there to get an item that is required. Like that's edge case.
Do I go to Lagoon without Dark Beam?
It's worth it.
Do
You
I
got
just
a save
do
station
that?
to save warp out there if it's not.
I do.
We don't have the grab boost to put that check in logic, and without Dark Beam, we can't progress. Oh my,
Oh my god, is that? I have to find out.
Light beam.
Light Beam?
Oh, Light Beam, let's go! Okay, that gets me a few things. Actually, this puts me here logically, like from Great Temple.
This is
So
great.
now Great Temple is fully in logic
We
now.
schmoving now.
Wow, I was not. Okay. Oh, I do a space jump and then the Light Beam dash to actually open this up. I think so.
I think you could have gotten here
Oh, I
from
do
landing
screw
site.
attacks. Yeah, screw attack. I think screw attack on beginner makes that worth it. Yeah. Oh my god! All right, so that locked Morph Ball. That last key there.
We pretty much knew it had to be somewhere. But
Also, screw attack is amazing.
Oh, the Sunburst. Bye-bye, Sunburst.
One day
No!
the sun will shine.
Wait, is that in Fountain? Reggie, go do Flagra. Get that spider and soft
Doing
lock.
floaty.
Nope, right now. I demand it.
Floaty wall boost. Eyes emoji.
You don't have bomb still, right? You're just
I do not
You just
have
can curl
bombs.
up.
I'm gonna check lower
and-
dynamo, and then I'm gonna save and see just how bad my friend was.
Reggie, to answer chat question, Reggie has not grabbed the item from the tree. We need the super missiles to blow a hole in that tree.
You know it's something juicy, but unfortunately you can't scan through that little peak. You can only just look with your eyeballs.
Although, actually, if you're sure that was a boost ball model, that's going to be Bash's cannonball. Because Bash did
That light beam came at a good time, by the way, because that was I'm getting like kind of close on logical BK, but I have access to Sank now, so I can do a couple things there, though I don't have Spider Ball.
That was lower ruined shrine.
Nice.
Energy.
Oh, for that light beam, nice. Of course it was. It's always like something.
And then, yeah, Bash did not need that light beam for the Morbus key. So Bash could have gone there from the landing site. And so we did have access to the Morbus fight without Reggie doing anything.
So I couldn't get light beam for the Morbus fight, which is
Yeah,
just
that's rude.
thanks. Really, really nice of you to do that game.
According to logbook.
Beam related upgrade. If that's plasma, I'm gonna cry. I don't even have dark visor yet. That's bad. Okay. That's a ball, or that's ETM.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, okay.
Reggie,
All
you
right.
might want to turn
so
around.
I'm gonna do a cool trick here. Yeah, turn around.
Spoder?
Maybe.
Ralph
Bash's-
Spoderman?
So I need gravity boost normally for this, but as you can see, there's a lot of water in here, and it slows you down. Water is different from air in that it moves slower. Can't breathe in it.
What if you combined the
I don't
two?
know. Just so if I morph on the frame that I enter underwater like that, and I almost lost the camera there for a second. I still move slowly, but I can screw attack. So this preserves the screw attack check and allows me to do that underwater. There was another place in Torvis here in the hydrodynamo area, or lower Torvis, where I can do that and might have to do that to get gravity boost. We'll see. So in the meantime, I'm going to go save warp out. I need dark beam to advance. So Torvis is open from the other side. And if I were smarter and didn't pull a Baja here, now that I just realized what I did, then I could have just put that off a little bit and then come in from the other side and not be locked in Torvis. But I don't know if Torvis is the answer yet. I think entering Sank might make more sense, but I have another check in Aegon that I want to get out of the way first. It's a room called Ventilation Area A, and it's right next to the Pirate Labs. And for the longest time, I have gotten like basically next to the room and haven't been able to like go in there. Also, where's my dark beam? I really want that.
You hush about getting
Dark beam is
items.
really going to open up the seed. You only need like 2 items for go mode, bro.
Dude, where's my bonus?
Prime's a baby game.
While we're looking for those items, reminder, anytime you want
sorry.
donations, I'm here for you.
I take that back. Prime is a very
go
good
ahead.
Yeah,
You've
sounds
got
good,
you've got some time. I'll take 2, 3.
All right, we have $100 from Retin the Backwards Bounty Hunter, and this seems to be about someone's favorite boss. Rating viewers brought in from other channels, a congregation who watch wooden crates and concrete floors destroyed as runners attempt to put craters in their estimates. Crate it to the support behind the scenes who keep things running smoothly, and to the common craters that keep the run from being bland. It's been a great week.
That has to be a
Excellent.
record of some kind.
Can we
It's
get
pretty dense.
can we get more Kraid representation in HD Metroid games? Can Prime 4 finally add Kraid? Or is he too big?
I'd love
Speaking
to
of-
be created more games.
Speaking of boss, Fire Robot.
Oh yeah. Shout out to Zoid.
Yep. So this is the Incinerator drone, affectionately known by the community as Zoid. The namesake of the developer who created it is any speedrunner's, ultimate bane, as it is pure RNG. It has 3 phases, the duration of which are just purely random how long it takes. So I believe between a good Zoid and a bad Zoid, there's over a minute of discrepancy between those two. And you just have to, I mean, the fight becomes incredibly trivial when you just stand on it and just wait for the red button. So,
Reggie, are you convinced what's going to be here?
I'm really hopeful.
If you haven't done the tunnel thing yet, there's a powerbomb expansion for you.
I have gotten that one, yeah.
I'm going to enter... Oh, that was a sick boost jump. Or boost. Wall boost. Wall boost. That's the word. Thank you. Rain.
Light
Oh
suit.
my god,
light
that's
suit.
my light suit, dude.
Oh god, imagine your bombs being light suit locked. So the algorithm can expect
Well,
you
I get to go...
to go into points of no return and wait.
I hate this game. I know what I have to do now, and I don't like it. I have to go through the super door in Dark Aegon to go to Dark Labs finally, because now I have Light Beam
God, yeah, feeding pit is in logic.
and get Feeding Pit.
That's gross.
Okay, missiles. So this is an interestingly early logic part of Tank sometimes called Spider's Treasure. If I get main power bombs soon, then this is definitely like in logic. Two of the items are technically spider locks. Well, one is pretty much spider locked. I can get it, but I'm okay. So that's just knee tank. Specifically this item though, I've had space jump here quite a few times, and it throws new players off with like how early this can be. But you know, this is fine. This is just an additional E tank. Chat, spam that favorite letter of yours, please.
It's their favorite letter now.
Well, it's my favorite letter, so never mind. It is theirs. They have to like what I like. Okay, and what Reggie likes too.
Oh my god, Reggie is getting the sunburst.
We were Prime 1 stuff.
What a hero.
Yes, dude. I'm happy. That's gonna make final bosses a little bit easier. Oh, Reggie, thank you so much.
I got you.
Am I saying? I earned that. You had to get that for me. I'm gonna go for an interesting skip here. This won't get me that far into Sank, but this will let me check a hint and an item that I can get. It's just really annoying. Oh, nice. That's really good. So I did a slope jump there, and I had to time, like, I think the jump and be fast enough going up the slope that when I instant morph, I will, by the way, that's a Prime 2 exclusive trick. And 3 exclusive trick, I guess, too. It'll let me enter the top of that spider ball track and just skip the spider track as it works. My beam upgrade, that's not good. Okay, and that just did. So, I'm not gonna worry too much about these quads. I'm gonna slow jump to get out of here. Even if I had spider ball, that track doesn't work until Spider Guardian's dead. So very convenient.
Gosh, Bash isn't Sank?
For a little bit, I can't do much here.
I'm going to Magmore for the second time that's safe.
Yo, nice. At least you'll have Morph Ball this time.
Yeah, I think we get a...
First time traversing this room.
Nice. I get stuck there sometimes. That's really annoying. How are you doing on missiles, by the way?
I have a lot. 65.
I'm pretty sure Reggie
you know what?
was
Hold on.
logically required to get like 40 missiles for that morph ball, because Tower of Light
Oh, yeah,
being
true.
your bombs.
I should have gone for the instant morph instead. It's a little bit more precise, but there we go.
All right, let's get
You absolutely need these missiles, Reggie.
Good riddance.
I do see some people in chat asking how multi-world works. Would you mind giving everyone an update for anyone who may have joined in late?
Yeah, absolutely. So we use a program called Randomania, made by Dark Zero, and a lot of other contributors to make it what it is today, to randomize both Prime 1 and 2, and then use Randomania as a server to send items back and forth between games. Bash and I are both playing on the Nintendo Wii, which does still to this day receive network connections despite its super outdated Wi-Fi protocol. 5 point.
Shoutouts to the USB 2 LAN adapter I'm using for this. Sorry to interrupt.
For Wi-Fi connections, the Wii does not support 5 gigahertz, so you have to be using it on a 2.4 gigahertz fallback.
And it has to be compatible with wireless B or G. That's how old it is. So it still works, thankfully. Shoutouts to the duct tape router that got our local multi-world session to work at SGDQ.
Gravity
I took
suit.
the duct tape off.
Man.
It's like back there somewhere. Lovely.
Gravity
you have
suit
it now,
was
so
locked
it's
by
fine.
Varia in.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, so oh my gosh, that play into the ship was required without gravity. That's amazing.
Yeah, so I'll be able to dive in and check 3 items in the back of labs a little bit. I don't have dark beams, so this is just annoying. But then I'll have to come all the way back to this portal. But then that'll set me up for additional checks in Torvis, which I can do now. So
Hey,
even in randomizer, you just sometimes cannot escape the prime backtracking. But it's fine. We're comfy. I got my first SDK finally. It's we're an hour and 15 in. I thought we were like 2 hours in already. The seed has been brutal, but I guess the pace has been quickening finally with that morph ball from Reggie, and then literally the boost ball for me.
Much more progress on my end here. While I don't need gravity suit to do any check in the game, it's one of the only items, the other item being grapple beam, that you can just completely skip in every way. It is really nice because in Prime, the suit damage reduction is progressive in the most randomizer settings. I have mine set to vanilla, so whatever suit I have at the time, the maximum possible damage reduction value is used. So I'm sitting at a nice and comfy 20% damage reduction and can move freely through water.
Commando, I'm sorry. I have to slow jump off you. Oh, never mind. I desecrated you for no reason. That's okay. I'll do it again later, probably when I come back here. That's a very convenient spot to slope jump and skip a dark beam puzzle that you would need to climb the room. All right, so now that I have light beam, all these dark water pools, I can actually enter them and be submerged without taking damage. And unfortunately, it's just an E-tank for Reggie, so...
We take those.
Echo's gods have not answered my prayers.
Speaking of grapple beam, there's grapple beam.
Yeah.
Wow.
I got my screw attack really early, but if you saw it back when I got the screw attack, it was a grapple beam like icon. These settings I'm playing with turn on progressive grapple. I don't have dark beam, so I don't know why I'm doing that. Which means that the first grapple item you get will always be the grapple beam first, and then the second one, regardless of the order you get them, will always be the screw attack. And that's to make grapple beam a little bit more appreciated in these seeds, because if you find screw attack, you don't need grapple beam. Grapple beam is marginally faster in like a couple of rooms that have grapple points in them, but not by much.
Another little difference in the rando is in Echoes, we have progressive suits, where the first suit you find will always be dark suit and then light suit, whereas in Prime 1, suits are all separate. That's because in Prime 1, they all have different functions, with Faria being heat protection, gravity being water movement, and Phazon being the ability to do final bosses. In Echoes, the light suit is strictly better than the dark suit, and so to give the dark suit a little bit of a chance to shine, we always have that item come first.
It's the same methodology behind queuing screw attack behind grapple beam as well. There's no need to use grapple if you have screw attack.
Hey Reggie, what if your bombs are in the lower fiery or the upper fiery shores?
I have thought about that. I'm gonna do Thardis and mess around in Pendrana for a little bit.
Yo, I love making mistakes. It's gonna be a great time.
I go there. That has
Take a
definitely
little
crossed my mind.
snowcation.
Bombs on Thardis would be amazing.
That would be amazing.
Oh dang it! I forgot to bring my sunglasses, so I'm gonna get snow blinded for a little bit watching your game.
Bash, how you doing on E-tanks?
I'm 5 E-tanks in with light
All right,
suit.
cool.
I'm
gonna skip this
unstoppable.
one in workstation. It's a little slow.
All right, I am getting close to running out of checks without cheating. So,
Okay.
because one thing we also didn't mention about Out of Bounds, I am cheating. You can't stop me. So, sorry, not sorry.
The major difference between the preset that I'm running and the cross-game tournament, which is what Bash and I are basically playing right now, is I have turned on Invisible Objects Beginner for my preset. So bosses without the requisite visor minus Omega Pirate, which hard requires X-ray in order to defeat, is not damageable in any way, shape, or form unless you are in the X-ray visor. But Thardis right here, I don't need thermal visor logically to defeat. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
Yeah, if you morph ball
crazy
bomb
bombs.
oh, my bad.
which I do not have bombs, unfortunately, but there's Dark Beam.
Are you kidding me? Nice.
Gosh.
Thank you so much. All right, I have Dark Beam, so I can go a lot of places now. I can go to most of Sank. I can go to pretty much all of Torvis. That's rude. If only that was on our Mr. Rock friend himself, but we'll see. Maybe bombs are there.
All right, so I purposefully abused a grapple point to do a dash, just for memes and lols. But Thardis, you're not anticipated or expected to have power bombs before fighting him. So I can use a power bomb at the very start of the fight to destroy the first 2 weak points. The rest of this, normally if I had more fall bombs, this would be rather easy to discover and secretize the weak points on him. I know the order, however, of weak points. I just don't have very good equipment for the fight, so I'm doing this with Charge Beam.
Yeah, at least you have rapid fire missiles.
Yes.
So in this game, missiles, have about a 1 second cooldown, and so that very much limits your DPS you can do with missiles. But there's an oversight where the animation of switching back from missiles back to the current beam resets that 1 second timer. And so it just so happens that he can fire missiles as fast as the current beam he has selected, or as fast as the current beam can fire, with a limitation of a max 3 missiles on screen at a time. So kind of old school video game rules, try to get as close as possible and hold C up to just keep closing that missile launcher over and over. And this is probably the largest source of the highest sustained DPS you can do in this game. Just involves holding a C stick up with your thumb.
I have Seekers, but I want to do another Seekerless here. Nice. That was really good. Nice. You can use this for Thardis, I think.
As we're running around, just a reminder, I've got donations anytime.
Yeah, go right ahead. Knock a few out.
Awesome.
Yeah, go ahead.
We have $100 from Rad who says, I'm so happy to see Bash and Reggie playing Multiworld Randomizer. Bash, watching your streams got me into playing Metroid Dread Randos. I love your positive attitudes and your inclusiveness. As a nurse, cancer sucks. I've been happy to donate at AGDQ every year since 2012. Love you all and can't wait to see an AGDQ in person someday. Let's get that true boss incentive in Cult. And we are working on that. We're over $31,000 out of that $50,000 needed for that Cult of the Lamb fight, the true final boss incentive. But Cult of the Lamb, if you check the schedule, I know it's hard to take your eyes off the run, so you don't actually have to check the schedule. I'm just going to tell you that's going to be the next run. Make sure you get your donations in now so we can meet that incentive in time. Do I have time for one more donation?
Go right ahead.
Go ahead. Yeah, I'm just going to say one thing real quick. This is bait. I refuse to accept that this has anything. And I'm not going to eat my own words later. Okay, go ahead.
Of course not. That's never happened before. We have
Chico's not gonna have anything.
$50 from Lokir, who says, Wave Beam! It's wild that a game about a bounty hunter adventuring on lonely planets has led me to so many lasting friendships, and I'm so glad to count Reggie, Bash, Toaster, and Baja among them. Shoutouts to the Randovania devs who made this possible, and to Sheik, who's definitely laughing about this morph ball right now. Love you guys.
Emerald Translator.
Wow. So Emerald Translator is arguably the best translator in the game. You get 6 hints, and they're really well placed throughout Law of Torvis. I have super missiles and dark beams, so now I have access to just about every hint I can get. And then that also opens up the back part of Upper Torvis, or Aborvis. There's 2 parts of Torvis, Aborvis and Lorvis. Also a chat thing, so you can't blame me for that one.
I've never heard that, and I'm kind of glad I've never heard that
one.
That actually hasn't been in my chat for a while, so yeah.
Sure you didn't dream that last night?
No, not at all. Shoutouts to the Dread Rando shout out. That is also a game that is now randomized through the Randovania app that we use. So if you I think it's github.com/Randovania/Randovania.
Nailed it.
That'll take you to the app page. I don't know if there's a better website that I can link to. Metroid Prime.run also will have links to like that, the randomizer Discord and more. And I can save it for the other one too.
Yeah.
Shout outs to my
So I have the 3 keys for Chica. Oh, go ahead.
shout outs to my favorite door in the game that I just went through. Every door in Metroid Prime requires you to hit it with a beam except for that door, which for whatever reason on first pass, when you shoot it to break the missile shield, is damaged or vulnerable to missile damage.
This will skip me needing to. I mean, I did the bomb space jump, but this will skip me needing to go all the way around and activate the kinetic orb cannon. Forgot that word's in that name. It's great. All right, so currently Lower Torvus is locked by the space pirate fight. There's like a laser that blocks this item over at the end there, or a set of lasers. That collision actually extends all the way down to like the very bottom of like the rim's collision. And so it blocks the way to Lower Torvus from this way. There's a couple ways I could go around it. I could actually do a out-of-bounds wall crawl from near Chica. Also, Dark Beam's really good. It does as much damage as missiles to light-based enemies. So it just absolutely shreds light enemies' health. It's also like a kind of equivalent to the Wave Beam in this game, where it just a lot of mid-game checks are Dark Beam locked. So getting Wave Beam and Dark Beam as early as possible is pretty prudent, unless you want to like wall crawl everywhere and have some fun with that, as Reggie did without Morph Ball at the beginning of the run.
We got a moment here for another donation or two.
Yeah.
You got it! We have $25 from the Sound Defense, who says, I am ecstatic as I enjoy this entertaining and elegantly executed multi-world speedrun. I emphatically encourage all watchers to entrust PCF with their donations so we may extend this exciting event with an extra boss fight in Cult of the Lamb. Good luck, and everyone be excellent to each other. I think we found someone else whose favorite letter is E.
Excellent. I found probably the most interesting hint so far, if it wasn't for Morph Ball. Well, not really hint, but like so power bombs in Sank mean that logically I'm expected to get Dark Visor and Seekers and then get power bombs in Sank, which I kind of regret not playing these with required main like missiles and main power bombs, because right now I still don't have the main power bomb. It's in Sank, so it does streamline a lot of the seed, especially for like a marathon setting. That's important, but power bomb can be in just the okay. I knew it, dude. I knew it. You can't. I'm smarter than Randovania, okay? I played this game too much.
So there are
Dude.
guaranteed hints in the hint pool. There will be a hint telling us what item is on each of the major bosses. So Bash just found out that Chica is not required this seed. There are also hints that will tell you roughly where all the temple keys are to unlock those bosses. So yeah, getting that Chica key hint was pretty.
So I had the dark. I got the Dark Torvus keys hints earlier. I just have to go back and check them because I don't know what they were. Chica them. No. Okay.
All right, banana stand.
Ooh, okay. There's that artifact of yours.
So actually, with this Dark Beam now, Bash does have access to Sky Temple grounds and could get the.
Oh my god, I can. Yeah, I've been so.
That's a good hint, though.
Wait, what was
the
that
major
again?
New Cache 4.
That's a backtrack, kind of. I mean, not really. Okay, fine. I'll go there now, because that could be like your plasma or your Phazon suit.
We're gonna check.
Hello? What?
What?
I have never seen that before. That's
I've never seen that before, dude. What the heck? Why does GQ
Classic.
always do this to every runner?
A Grenchler hug? Like, spread the love.
Oh my god.
What are you checking,
I'm
Reggie?
speechless.
I'm going to check a major point of no return for my bombs.
Yo, let's go.
So Bash mentioned earlier me checking Upper Fiery Shores, which is a room location underneath the metal plate in here, which is damageable by power bombs. If my bombs are not here, since I don't have boost or them, I cannot escape, and so I got baited. But better to know than to have it be bombs and have them left for the entirety of the sea.
Bash.
How are you doing on remaining checks, by the way? I know you've been doing some Findrana
I have
stuff.
Farfandrana and Labs.
Okay. Oh my god. Are you going to get Thardus Hallwade? Is that going to happen? Wait a second, it's a major. I need to do this. Oh my god, is this gonna be... No way, dude. Come on. Reggie, I'm scared. This could be your bombs. I mean... Oh, I've got a feeling.
What a good time.
It's gonna be thermal.
Tonight's
It's
gonna
boost
be
ball,
a
what the heck?
good
Okay,
night.
well...
Oh, that would have gotten
Wow, so
Reggie out of
that's,
that.
Yeah, nice.
That's all right. We take it.
Stuck on Zoid, dude. That'll help a little bit.
Yeah. So I can skip some of the requirements for using morphball bombs and tunnels to climb over single bomb jump gaps by throwing myself as boost ball into a wall and zooming up the side of the wall.
This wasn't faster.
Not
It's
the
just a
easiest
pure-
thing, but I can do it, and it will keep me moving for a little bit longer.
Yeah. It's
I didn't mean to go around.
It's
that
just a pure
autopiloted.
abuse of physics. There's no, fancy tricks or glitches. It's just pure abuse.
I don't think we've talked about the concept of go mode.
I have access
If
to
that,
mines right now.
You
I
do
have logical
without
access
bombs.
to mines without
It's
bombs.
great. Just go to Metroid Quarantine. Nothing, because you don't have bombs yet for
Bombs
that.
and security access, eh?
Thompson bench
Yo,
shaft.
bench shaft.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh gosh, that would be awful.
Imagine something important being a bench shaft.
Okay, I got 2 more items here in Dark Labs, or just in Pirate Labs I can do, which are both Dark Beam locked. I have that Mine Shaft. But that's just I think a Chozo artifact. Also, I'm going to route in SDK hints soon.
Yeah, let's summarize a little bit here. So Bash, what's stopping you from fighting the final bosses and watching credits right now?
All right, I need 8 more of those nice little yellow-green keys called Sky Temple keys. That opens up the dungeon. I need Spider Ball, and that's pretty much it. Now I have Dark Bolt access, so I would need either Dark or Annihilator Beam to access the portal that takes me to Sky Temple Grounds, where the gateway is. And then I need Supers and Seekers, technically. I don't have Seekers right now. I can skip them with a pretty short out of bounds. Supers is probably the more major, like, makes your life easier if you need to skip one of them. I can also skip Supers and go out of bounds, and maybe just show that off if I decide to.
Yeah, depending on timing.
I do enjoy that
Yeah.
you've been so committed to the seeker skips that you have forgotten that you actually have seekers.
Wait, I do have them. That's right. I'm sorry. I did that in yesterday's tournament race where I finally got Space Jump after, I made a huge mistake because they were in Junction Site back in the first half of Dark Aegon next to Jump Guardian. I completely skipped it, and then after I got Space Jump, I just kept double bomb jumping because I forgot that I just got Space Jump.
What about you,
A little bit of
Reggie?
backtrack
Why
here.
aren't we watching Prime credits right now?
I
bro.
still require 7 more of my artifacts: the plasma
She's
beam
bad.
and phazon suit, which is required in order to deal damage to the final boss's final form.
Yeah, unlike Echoes, the things you need in Prime, you really need them. So there's no fancy tricks. No human can do tricks to skip plasma or phazon suit, no matter how good you are.
All right, so Labs is basically done outside of Incash 2, which of course is going to be required once I get Annihilator. So I'm going to have to triple dip in here at some point probably, but that's okay. I am going to go safety save, and then I'm probably going to return to Torvis, or maybe go to Sank. Oh my god, I have Screw Attack. I could have just Screw Attacked across.
Yeah.
This collision up here is also really low to the ceiling, so I kind of just want to stay on the pathway, if at all possible.
But to continue a bit on the
Also.
go mode discussion, once Reggie collects all the artifacts and fights Ridley, there will be a hint available for the region where the phazon suit is, which is one of our go mode items. And
That's a
then
recent change too.
Bash as well can get hints for where exactly all of the Sky Temple keys are. So the only 2 things we're really looking for that won't be hinted are the Plasma Beam and the Spider Ball. But hopefully Bash can get, if they're in Bash's seed, we might be able to get a lore hint that directs us towards them.
Yeah,
So far the lore hint's been pretty good. Nice loud save station for some reason.
Okay, that's just a miss one. Good.
yeah. For phazon suit, we pretty much treat it as a 10th artifact with these settings, because Phazon Suit, there's only a single location out of the 100 locations in Prime that you cannot get without Phazon Suit. And even then, there's, if you have enough E-tanks, there's a really sketchy exploit you can do. So that's part of the reason why a hint was added for it, just so you don't have to chance luck at the end of the game and check 100 checks just to try to find it. Whereas, like Bash's spider, there's, a few spider locked locations that get ruled out once he knows that's the last thing he needs, for example.
Yeah, there's like 1 or 2 locations where spider's absolutely required for me to get the item. The rest I can skip. I think it's like Junction Site. Well, Junction Site I could probably go out of bounds for it, but I generally don't. Also, still don't have Violet Translator. If that gate to Aegon wasn't unlocked at the very beginning, I would have to get Violet as one of my first items, which would lead to more hints, including this one over here that tends to be pretty good, but we'll see. I don't have Dark Visor, so if there's anything locked in these upcoming 2 items, I think one is dead.
Down.
It's Defiled Shrine. Wait, did I even... down?
Down.
What is chat's favorite direction to go in, relatively speaking?
Why is it down?
Yeah, no particular direction, just what's your favorite one?
Southwest Airlines.
That's an E-tank, so that's fine. I think I forgot to scan Defiled Shrine, but I'll have a chance to once I get these hints. I think I'm just gonna Death Warp since
super missiles?
can't do anything.
Gosh.
Yo, did Aether have the stuff, dude?
Shout out to Strength, the tiniest artifact, for absolutely no reason.
There's another tiny one. It's like, which one is it? Is it Newborn?
Edward was
Newborn,
over
the
there.
other small
Newborn
one?
is chonky.
Oh,
Newborn is the
okay.
biggest artifact.
So there's a space pirate in Research Lab Ether, unaffectionately named Edward, who
I still have 8 SDKs to get, dude.
has a tendency in that room.
Oh, God, no!
When you walk in from behind, he will supposed to jump into the glass shield and at the top of the room to break it and allow you to get through. Sometimes Edward is a bad boy and does not want to do what he's supposed to, and you have to reload the room. Luckily, not
So I need to talk about these SDK hints. So I got required Spider Guardian. I checked, there's 2 items there. I checked the tunnel one. Reggie, go to Elder Chamber right now. TTE, or Transit Tunnel East, requires gravity boost. Research Lab Hydra for Reggie.
Phazon
so
suit.
he needs to get, nice Phazon suit. They still need supers. So Labs isn't done yet. Furnace for Reggie. Which you don't have bombs yet for that.
Other elite research. Amazing.
Oh my God.
One's an artifact, one's an SDK.
My transit station and my Sank map. I was thinking Hive Entrance, but Sank map is more interesting because I'm probably going to need Dark Visor for something else. So Sanctuary Map Station, that is a Cobalt Translator gate in front of it, and that's just to get into the room. After that, how are we good on the hints, by the way, for...
I hit it.
Yeah, I've got the hints written down for you.
All right, because I'm going to Death Warp, and you can't stop me. So you can also, if you don't have a ton of health, just go with the Phazon in the gateway, and that will... sorry for the traumatic game over screen. Oh no, I died.
I shall be reminded of my sins in Magnor.
Okay. So there is there's a
I just
trigger
found
for this
this.
fight that is right in front of the door, but there is just enough room to squeeze by it and jump over it. But unfortunately, Reggie took just one little small step too far forward, so we'll be fighting some pirates here.
One giant down for mankind. Oh, that was no ledge, it was just
Why are you
pirates.
still alive? Get out of here.
One giant flight for pirates. All right, the joke's over, Bash. Time to move on.
I don't know. While we're going down, the donation total keeps going up. Thank you, everyone, again for donating.
Yeah, which we've got a few minutes for donos if you want to get a few out.
Awesome, let's do it. We have $10 from Metal Glen Solid, who says, "Hear the words of Olier."
Oh yeah.
We have.
We will. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're good. Go for it.
Yeah, there's gonna be some earlier representation this cheat. I can finally go to that part of Sank, so don't worry, it's gonna happen.
I think a lot of people are excited for that. We have $50 from Corey, who says, "Congratulations, Bash Prime and Uncle Reggie, on making it to the big stage. Here's to a great run for a great charity. I will donate another $25 if Bash Prime gives us his best. Let's go." That's in all caps. I'm curious to hear how you do this.
Oh my God. So I popped off yesterday when I thought I won the tournament race, which is now like gonna get rematched because of shenanigans that happened. And I went, let's go! So sorry for the voice crack there, but I get way more hype. Don't worry.
Expecting. Wow.
You asked and I delivered. So
Absolutely, Corey had better see that 25. We also have $500 from
Yo, nice.
Ivanosaurus Rex, who says, "So glad that Reggie and Bash got this run in. I miss both of you and all of the ridiculous late night GDQ hangs so much. Thank you, everyone."
why did my voice have to crack there?
Too much power. We're at $1,164,000 raised for the Prevent Cancer Foundation. We're trying to get
let's
that closer
go.
to 1.2, and we're trying to get this Cult of the Lamb incentive met. 31,000 out of that 50,000. Cult of the Lamb is our next game. This would be a true final boss fight. So please, when you're donating, select that incentive to make sure we can make it happen.
Okay, so I think a smarter decision. Okay, I made a bit of a routing blunder. I should have kept going on to GFMC again. How am I going this way? So what I could have routed in with these like last bit of Temple Grounds checks that I've opened it up. So like that Plane of Dark Worship check requires Dark Suit and then Dark World Access and Light Beam, which I have. The amount of times I've seen Light Suit there after getting Dark Suit is numerous, and it likes to troll. But not today. But the other check that might go back for, and I shouldn't have gone around all this way to go get it because I was already like over in that direction, is Phazon Grounds, and that is that's an easy check to miss. And I have Dark Beam now to go there because certain portals require a Dark Ore Annihilator to open, which is why I couldn't go to Dark World in like other parts of like Aegon Waste, for instance, or Torvus Bog. But now I can. So I'm gonna do a little bit of a loop here. This isn't super ideal. I kind of just forgot that was open. So, but I remembered, so it's all right. I know the pace is slowed down just a little bit here with progression, but I think we're sitting pretty comfy at the moment. I mean, I say that now, right?
Shoutouts to Meerkat. Grapple Beam is a useful item.
Indeed. Oh my god, this is open too. Nice light suit, Bash. Now, I don't have Dark Visor yet, which that could just be Insect Entrance, and if it is, I'm going to be upset.
Where are my bombs?
Are they here? So this needs light suit to go in. Oh my... Reggie, I'm trying. I'm trying.
Yeah, of all the areas, Phazon Mines has the least uses for bombs.
Yeah. Actually, wait, Dark Visor cannot be in Sank Entrance because I think I logically need power bombs to open that. So I'm not going to worry about that just yet. I'm going to try to see where Dark Visor is, but we'll see.
Would you like more donations?
Yeah, go right ahead.
I'm good, yeah. I'm just going to go get this one item.
Awesome. We have $20 from Kirby Masta, who says, "Hear the words of O Magoo, last Magoo of the Airy Temple. May they serve you well." Donation,
Airy Temple.
donation goes to both runners' choice, split evenly. Thank you so much.
This Metroid's mean.
Magoo.
Magoo.
Of the Airy Temple.
We also have $200 from DJ Cliche Darkness, who says, whether
Whoa.
it's I know,
What's up, dude?
right? Whether it's our serendipitous meetings or eating some chow to recover from party time, Ash is one of my favorite humans. Also, Reggie gives some of the best hugs in existence. So proud of you guys. Thank you for helping to find the disease that has taken so many from all of us. I love you both. Butter. And butter's in quotes, just for the record.
Oh no. We've gone to almost 2 hours without butter. And now that threshold's been crossed. DJ, thank you for telling me to go back to sleep earlier today. I woke up, I was excited, and I was like, wait, I'm not that close to my run yet. I should go back to sleep.
There was a nice
Just go on
fight
my
skip
phone.
there from Reggie in the previous room. There's a large trigger for an elite pirate fight that Reggie managed to jump over. Well done.
annoying when you miss
Extremely
it
thin
later.
margin. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm now going to go back to Torvus. I did a bit more thorough cleanup than I was expecting to, but that's okay. I have Emerald now, so this gate will not be blocking my way. Fun fact, if you choose this room as your starting location and then save warp here without Emerald, you're soft locked.
How would you know that?
Miguel. Well, I almost soft locked. Miguel actually soft locked, but
Shoutouts to Grapple.
that was a really close race. Yo, shouts to the Echoes rando tourney, but more importantly, shouts to the cross game tourney that happened last year. So you can see runs like this, but races, and they are intense.
It was so fun. I enjoyed the heck out of that tournament.
Oh, I forgot to do something. I might menu mod to Gateway real quick because I forgot to do a scan, but I can also do that at the end. I just don't want to forget.
I will try to remind you, yeah.
All right, sounds good.
We're doing pretty good
Hear
on
the words
time.
of Baja.
So.
Yeah, we're good. We're most of the way through with items. Reggie just needs bombs, plasma. I mainly need the Cobalt translator, but I'm doing pretty good.
Bye,
I think
Calvin.
worst case, I'll enter Sank with the power bombs I have. Yo,
So
shout out to
the
Calvin.
yellow beam pirate at the top of this room named Calvin is a giant pain in the butt. There's a fight at the bottom of this room, and if Calvin, who you normally leave alive during a speed run, decides that he wants to fall to the bottom of the room, the exploit that we use to prevent the boss from seeing us and allowing us to rapidly defeat him will stop letting that happen, or stop let that happen, and we don't like Calvin for that reason.
Oh,
Also, I don't have bombs to let myself out of this spinner, so I
By
have
the
to
way.
burn a power bomb every time I want out. Oh, I forgot to scan this. Probably helpful.
the terminal fall trigger here is really high, so I can just jump down real quick and then, I lose my lung. I can jump down, hit the floor again, but still it's like, oh, you fell down. So
So all
we're gonna punish you.
all elite pirates in this game share kind of a base AI state machine. So they have two major states that you can tell as a player. One is seeking for the player in order to aggro them, and then the other is them actually fighting and going through all their attacks. So if you stay just out of a very thin cone of sight in front of them, they won't choose to do any of their attacks. They won't, pull up the shield or start shooting mortars or anything like that. If you get out of that cone before their AI turns on and just keep strafing to stay away from that danger cone. So that's the thing where if Calvin nudged you a tiny bit, then he would clap his hands and start being an actual fight that's requires effort. And we'll see that for any elite pirate, including an Omega pirate that Reggie will fight today.
Now, why do they clap their hands like that? Is it like echolocation or they don't have echo visor?
They're so
Or they do?
impressed.
What the
like,
crazy did
"Aw."
you just say to me?
Amazing.
Chat, can we please get a round of applause for this run? Thank you very much.
Just elite pirates everywhere, just clapping.
Yeah, I think we got a moment here for another donation or two.
Yep. Now we're in Lower Torbus, and I can. I'll try to get the first turn.
Sounds good. We have $25 from Digglewrath, who says, Uncle Reggie and Bash Prime, are you prepared for suffering, TM? May your artifacts be vanilla and your dark beam be in Torvus Temple.
All right, I'm doing this and failed it, which is great, so I'll do it again. I was trying to air underwater to get Screw Attack again, which completely breaks the logic for this room. But there's another trick you can do that is called an underwater dash, but according to Reggie, is it you, Reggie?
It's
that
not
thinks
dashing.
It's not a dash?
You don't dash.
It's not a dash.
You don't
Okay.
dash.
So I guess instead we're just calling it an underwater jump forward gooder. Yeah, I got underwater anyway, so I'll have that as a backup. Oh, I lost my underwater, so great. And I hit the thing, so what have I done, dude?
Here we go. So the room I'm in right now, in order to escape, you have to kill all the pirates in the room in order to get out. Specifically the wave pirates, but
I was
But I
very
had to
confused
fight
by the
them.
wave pirate just like flipping through the floor there. I thought he was
They were
like
very
alive
good
and
at that.
just standing. Yeah.
Shouts to the one of the best songs in the game, by the way, the Red Brinstar theme.
Torvus
We love a
just
good
is
remix.
2 for 2 in good things. We like Torvus.
Yeah. If you can get by the the Aegon stuff, which I mean, you got the pirate theme there, which is pretty cool, and then Morbus, obviously, but Aegon's definitely the most solely ambient of the tracks in the game, outside of some of the other like dark Aether themes, like Sky Temple Grounds.
Oh my gosh, Spider Ball and main Corey.
Wow. Wait, mine. Oh wow.
Yours,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm unstoppable. All right. Well. Okay.
So
I guess it's
Reggie
fine.
was supposed to have Spider Ball to pick up that Spider Ball, but using some standable terrain and a nice R jump, is able to grab that spider
Wait.
for Bash.
You got my. Did I not? Okay, I'm dumb.
Oh wait,
I
no,
found the
Reggie
bombs.
does. Reggie does those.
Reggie found
right. But it does
Yeah,
save
I do
some
have
time.
I found a morph ball bomb, and Reggie got my bombs, I think. So, right? Did you get my bombs? You did,
Yes,
yeah.
Yeah,
they were
Tower
atop
Light.
the
I
tower
found
light.
your morph ball bombs finally.
Oh gosh,
Thank you,
where are
Lord
they?
Torvis. Thank you, Thardus, for hiding that hint too. They are in, I think, Meditation Vista, which I can do.
Hesitation Vista.
You know what? I will mercy kill this run right now.
Oh my gosh,
I'll
you
do
were
it.
actually you were so close to that earlier, Bash, but you turned around after the hint in Underground Tunnel. It's unfortunate. Sometimes the hints.
I didn't have
will,
light beam at the time. I don't think,
Can't believe
Yeah.
Bash is gatekeeping my bombs.
but I do now.
Ooh, Dark Layer.
Spooky. Too bad we don't have visor.
You got X-ray visor. You can see the pirates.
Would
All right,
you
let's
like
go
more
this way.
donations?
Yeah, go right ahead. We've got a few moments here.
Awesome. We have $50 from Lilac, who says, "Yo, homies! Elated to see my boys Bash Prime and Uncle Reggie on the big virtual stage playing Metroid Prime 2 Echoes for the Nintendo GameCube and the other game. May the artifact of Warrior allow you to hear the words of Oli.
Wow.
And huge ups to my boy Bash Prime for getting tied world record in this scene. Energy was low, but is no longer low. Split this between the two runner's choices. And I believe runner's choice is the Cult of the Lamb incentive. Am I correct?
That's correct.
It is, yeah.
Exciting. We're getting closer on that one. We're now at 32,000 out of the 50,000. Again, that is our next game, and this would be fighting the
There it
true
is.
final boss of that game. So please, please help us meet that incentive. Make sure you check it
I went
when
too
you're
far
donating.
away. Oops. All right, I might be able to get it this time. And oh, just so close.
Oh my God.
Unfortunate. Oh my god. I didn't mean to fall down, but that's fine.
Down.
That's not the worst place for bombs, but if I just had light beam sooner, the heck, Reggie. So there you go. Now you can go everywhere. To your heart's content.
Oh
2 hour
my
bombs,
gosh.
dude.
What a relief. What a
Oh, it's still sub
relief.
2. It's fine. Very quick bombs.
Yo. Just barely. Samus's long
All right.
toenails clip the box here.
I'm sorry,
So we
what?
get to
That
see
was
this.
not a phrase I was expecting.
Wait, does this
you to
imply that?
say.
Hold on. Does this imply that Dark Samus's toenails are actually from Samus,
Stand
and that
on
Dark
enemy,
Samus just
jump
inherited the
real good.
toenails?
Yeah,
Oh,
so
like this one?
even things that don't look like they are standable can be stood on in a lot of cases, namely enemies, like that elite pirate's head.
If I go back to Aegon Wastes, I can stand on a Kralie and have a fun time.
Oh my gosh, thermal visor.
Nice powerbomb dash.
Shout out to Orange.
Shoutouts to Orange.
Yo, this orange HUD looks really good. If only I could have if only I could do thermal visor and the orange HUD, and just go to Magmore and just see nothing.
Boosting in that half pipe and not having the game think you're trying to ride the half pipe is a lot harder than it looks. Like
Yup.
Yeah.
going in
Never
a straight
stopped did
line
not make
isn't
this
always a
game.
given.
So the half pipe mechanics are different from Tony Hawk. Shouts to Big Law.
However, similar to a skating game, we can in fact shred.
Sure. Move over, Tony.
Shredded.
Shoutouts to the instant unmorph I got there.
All right, So even though I technically, logically need Dark Visor to enter Sank, I think I'm just gonna clear out as much of Torvis as I can, get the hints, and then I'll probably just dive into Sank and have a fun time. I've been sort of delaying Sank long enough outside of the one little short trip we had there. These pirates are really mean. They can sometimes not spawn, but it's only like a 30% chance.
So since this
Which,
room is where you normally find power bombs for the first time, they don't bother putting a lock on that door, but the other two doors end up locking as you step in. But if you just leave, it'll unlock the doors. And he'll only need to solve the maze and fight the mini boss there if he wants to go back inbounds the opposite direction.
Yeah, which I'm probably gonna have to reactivate that fight so I can use the save station to save work. Because oh my gosh, bash your gravity boost in MQA.
Wow, thanks.
Wait.
I do need that actually, so that's perfect. That's perfect. I delayed Lower Torvus then. Also rude.
Here's some.
I'm trying to do a puzzle or a spider ball track skip here, and I'm doing a very bad job at it. But maybe this will work. Yes, let's go.
This is a
And it's just beam ammo.
very long gap in this room, which I was able to just use that yeet visor to skip that requirement and move through the room much quicker.
I spent so long, the pirate there got bored and left. If this were like a hundo run, I'd be pretty upset.
Down.
Gravity boost, that's good. That is hard required this seed with a key being in transit tunnel east.
Or it's always transit tunnel east.
It's
I feel bad putting off bombs like that. Like, Meditation Vista is kind of mid. It's like not that bad. Because even if I didn't have Emerald, I could have... very nice, thank you. I could have... oh my god, that puts off your spider, technically. That's amazing. Yeah, so... I think what I'm gonna do here is I'm going to get the rest of the Emerald hints and then burp, I guess. Excuse me. My goodness. I'm sorry.
Wait,
and then I'm gonna go to Sank.
Nope.
Sank has some of the best music in the game.
Yeah, it's where the aggro trigger and the door lock trigger are two separate things, and I have no idea why.
I'm not hydrating enough. I'm literally in Lower Torvus.
Respawn this drone. With X-ray visor, we can see it. You normally would not have it. Wow, nice frame. Perfect shield return.
Is it bad that Parmy wanted that secret lock to not work? Go ahead, sorry.
You normally don't have X-ray visor. Main power bombs lock getting X-ray visor in Vanilla Prime, but since we got it through Rando, we are able to just see the drone and trivialize the fight. I'm not going to bother going for Mace.
Okay, that's lame.
So there's
nice bait.
300 mazes the game can randomly pick from. They're pre-generated, and all of them have 2 pools in it, and these kind of yellow, like, sporadic pieces. And mazes can vary really greatly. Sometimes a pool will skip you straight to the end, and other ones are just terrible. So in an any % speed run setting, just your luck with which maze you get can set you ahead or back.
That was Transport Tunnel East. That is like one of the 2 technically gravity boost lock things. That's like for sure the 1 gravity boost item like I absolutely need. The other one being under temple access if power bombs are there. It's like a weird quirk of like the logic. I'm gonna get my last Emerald hint here, and then I'm not sure what I'll do because like Power Bomb Guardians here, it's open. There's like some quick checks here. Grapple Guardians here too. I'm looking for Plasma as well. Maybe I'll get the Plasma hint. Or just the fact that like I said, I need to be maintaining optimum hydration. So, chat viewers, make sure to drink some water if you have not already done so. This run is a bit lengthy, as evidenced by the timer. So,
Would you like a donation for your hydration break?
Absolutely.
sounds good.
There's so many people who want to say hi and wish you good luck on the run. And it's really exciting. We have $5 from Heavy Shadow Sound, who says, please clap. Cutest chat, can we get a $5 applause train? Not only for this run, but for Cult of the Lamb's final boss incentive. We're so close. I will donate $5 extra, oh gosh, for Charbunny's best. I'm going to step back for this one, sound team. I apologize in advance. Let's go.
Let's go.
Thank you so much. Cult of the Lamb is getting closer and closer. We're now at $33,003.04 out of a needed $50,000. So only $17K to go. We're counting down, team. Let's keep it going.
This will be a good opportunity for me to get some health refills off the hidlings here.
So that room is
Where's
a very
the
tall
stuff,
vertical
dude?
room. Requires Spider Ball in order to traverse the...
Oh my god.
Uh-oh.
I found Violet Translator in Lower Torvus. That's not
good.
the first time I found that.
That's really good.
Okay. That's actually really good because now I can get the purple hints in Temple Grounds and Great Temple. So I will probably make my way over in that direction soon.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that somewhere buried in Randomania's source code is a flag that checks if my Discord account is authorized and then puts Plasma Beam in the vanilla location. So we're going to go check for vanilla Plasma.
That's
I think like
true.
with the new version, it like becomes more likely to be like required, let alone vanilla.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, it would be extra bad because that is
I'm a throw.
if Plasma Beam's there, that's the only item that can be there when he doesn't logically have access to Plasma, because there's a red door stopping you from leaving. So right now, he's either going to see Plasma Beam or he's not going to be able to collect what's there.
So this isn't required, but this is a cool quick kill I'm going to try to go for here. This is also a frame perfect trick I'm going for.
True love
Oh my God, nice.
is fighting Alpha Blog to get someone a missile expansion. So you should
amazing.
feel honored, Reggie.
I completely missed too. So continuing to throw, it's fine. My arm is very strong right now. Screw attack, you please. What's this animation do? Oh, it tried to bite me, that's why.
This is a really long. Yeah, hold your. Are you gonna go for the big?
Hold your breath
go
because
for
you're
the big.
underwater.
Shout outs to Big F and Eagle for Eagle Jump. Maybe soar on the wings of eagles, and it's just a missile expansion and plasma processing.
But we nailed the jump, so we feel dope.
Oh, I need to go this way.
All right, I'm gonna save your. And
Do I do Powerbomb
go
Guardian?
to Life Grove. You do power.
Do we get to fight Floggers? Have you fought Flogger yet?
I have not fought Flogger yet. That
Do you
is
want to
on my
fight
cleanup
Flogger
list.
when I do Powerbomb Guardian? We could
How
fight.
close are you to doing
like,
Powerbomb
both ways.
Guardian?
I'm
That was a
next
bad
to
jump.
Powerbomb Guardian right now. So if you
Okay.
do Flogger right afterwards, that's like a double dose of content.
That is Flogra and Emo Flogra at the same time.
All right, I'm gonna do Powerbomb Guardian now because I don't want to come back down here. Fun fact: the Dark Oasis item doesn't spawn until you get the item here. It's such a weird quirk. Something that's also in Prime 1, but the randomizer actually fixes. I don't know if you want to talk about that on your end, Reggie, with Central Dynamo. Oh, did I get? Wow. Okay.
What about Central Dynamo?
Unlocking phase
How like in
penalty.
vanilla?
Oh, yeah. So the blue goopy pirate that I fought in where I got Bash's
really good.
Sky Temple key. In the vanilla game, you are required to pick up the power bombs in
let's
Central
go!
Dynamo.
Let's go!
Oh,
I got the Powerbomb throw from
yeah.
to open the door.
So yeah,
That's-
Powerbomb
that's
Guardian
cool.
does
Amazing.
try to lead you when throwing these power bombs at you, and they are legitimate power bombs. So if you get it just right, you can get Powerbomb Guardian to open the powerbomb door at the top of the room for you.
This run is peaked.
Yeah, if it wasn't blessed before, it's blessed now.
Now there just needs to be an item here for like the cherry on top.
Ooh, Bash, how do you feel about Cannonball? I'm passing it right now.
I do like Cannonball. How do you like missile expansion for me? Never mind. Sorry.
How do you like them apples?
There you go. Bash PR Cannon.
So Cannonball is an item that the game gives you in Echoes when you enter a Morph Ball cannon. It takes it away when you bonk on something at the end of the cannon. And it has a number of
This
properties
is not.
that include being invincible, being able to boost, and dealing a ton of damage to certain enemies that are vulnerable to it. And so with it actually being implemented as an item, the randomizer can place it for you. So we have one instance of it shuffled in the pool. And so until Bash takes a cannon and bonks onto something, he will have the Cannonball item.
Should I dive into Snake now, even though it's out of logic? Like,
If you don't have much else to do, I would.
I have a few things left to do. I was gonna clean up near Aegon Temple. There's Mine Shaft, and that gets you a Chozo artifact. I believe. Right? I think Mining Shaft had something? Or was it a... Wait, was this a hint that I just completely forgot about? If it was, I feel so bad.
I do not remember.
I thought there was something in Mine Shaft.
Truth be told, I don't remember.
Mine Shaft, I think
can
was
Baja-
I think it was an artifact.
Yeah, that's what I think it was. I remember being referenced like really early on when you did hints. Still kind of jealous. Prime 1 gets the fast Chozo artifact hints.
Really excited that I get to showcase what I'm about to do here. So with super missiles, I can climb up the intended way in order to get the artifact of Wild off of the Chozo Ghost fight. In the vanilla game, if you were to do this, you would lock yourself out of getting Varia suit, as triggering the Ghost layer
Faster still.
removes the Flogger fight completely. In Randomizer, that is fixed and allows us to come up the room the backwards way. And Flagra is going to be sleeping, and we're just going to let Flagra stay asleep until it's time for a very, very, very mean wake-up call.
Yeah, the trigger to wake him up, play the intro cutscene that introduces the boss and sets the stage for the fight, only encompasses the front of the door on the other side. So there's no way to skip it from that side. But if you come in here, you've accessed the entire room without ever needing to touch that trigger.
I can move around inside of Flagra, and I'm going to line up the tip of this dish up against a little plate on the back of it, and we're going to go for the old double-double. So with a power bomb, I can break two of these bomb slots at a time. These are the health bar indicators, I guess, for Flagra in the actual fight, but they're not actual bomb slots. They're just breakable little health bars. So I'm going to hit 2 and try to hit 2 more, and then we're going to start the fight, and with Flagra's health being 0, it's going to be wake up into... Oh my gosh, right on time, Wild.
Oh my goodness. So that's 2 patties, 2 cheese, Flagra 0 HP, just waiting for the signal.
I'm gonna do.
Oh, I missed it because I got the cutscene. I did miss it. That's a shame.
Rip.
So I only got single-double, not double-double.
2 patties, 1 cheese.
Baja, why am I doing this?
It's good to practice.
It's a cool
the
one,
secret
though.
skips for
This is tournament practice, dude.
Yep.
I'm still in tournament for now.
So
nice.
yeah, if that wasn't weird enough, this cutscene plays. Right now it's playing both the boss intro and the boss closeout cutscene at the same time. So normally you can only skip the first cutscene, and you can't skip the second. But that flag that allows you to skip the first cutscene applies to both cutscenes. So Flagra is still dying in the animation. It takes, like a whole over a minute to show it dying and the water slowly turning from poison to water. He's able to save some time by overlapping cutscenes and skipping both. 2 birds, 1 stone.
Yo, I'm Bash 2E Tanks Prime. Just the double right there. Thank you, Reggie.
Dart.
All right. I think I'm just gonna go to Sank now.
So Reggie using these.
Actually, I'm gonna put that off. I'm gonna go do Violet checks, and I have a really early Great Temple check I can do, and then I'll dive into Sank. How does that sound?
Sounds
Because
great.
that's just a known quantity, and I can just immediately route into that.
Yeah, and then the trigger to enable this fight with the ghost is only halfway down the sun tower, so using the spider ball to just descend halfway and reclimb, Reggie can skip having to go all the way down.
Hey, viewers, how many E's do Reggie and I have now? I think we have quite a few, but I'm not sure. I'm not really good at counting, so you might have to count them for us and just put them in chat for a little bit.
I will also say that E is the 5th letter of the alphabet if anyone would like to start an E $5 donation trade.
Yo, let's donate for the best Val ever. All right, safety save here.
Oh, game ammo.
But yeah, I think we have a moment here for a donation or 2 as well.
Yeah.
You got it. We have $20 from Sushi Elemental, who says, "Did you hear about the silent entertainer who sucked the energy out of the room? They were a Metroid mime." And we have $50 from Polarity Bear, who says, "I just wanted to Metroid chime in to say that it's Metroid time for me to donate all of my Metroid dimes because this run has been Metroid sublime. Anything to help us Metroid climb to the true final boss for Cult of the Lamb."
The donation was Metroid fine.
Oh, so fast. Nicely done. We are climbing towards that final boss incentive, $33,743.04 still, out of the $50,000 that we need for that incentive. I know the 4 cents seems small, but earlier in the marathon, we had a bid war I can't talk. A bid war that was won by literally 20 cents. So I'm never discounting cents again. That 4 cents still counts. We're getting closer, chat.
So that hint is giving me some concerns that these Violet hints are going to be extremely useful. But this one may be good. So I think at the same time that items are placed, like logically, the ability for hints to be placed too, that's nice. Okay, so Quad's dead. Don't know about Umos 2 yet, but I'll probably find that soon enough. So I think like the later So I think the earlier that like hints can be placed, I think they generally hint to like earlier checks. I mean, even with that late violet though, like I'm a little sus about that. But I'm just doing a bit of cleanup right now for the remaining 3 hints I have left. So I have 1 in Great Temple, which I'm going to right now. I would have gone to Great Temple from here, but I'd have to do a wall crawl that I'm not that much practiced on, and it involves a door transition that's really dumb.
Yes. All right.
I didn't want to jinx it, but that was so clean. That was like world record style puzzle skip.
Just do the puzzle, dude. It's fine. This game has great puzzles.
Sorry, TGC. No magic donuts for you today.
Okay, that's worth it, I guess. Thank you for the faster SDK.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll save the Aegon one for last, I think.
So there, in that room that I was in, there's a Morphball puzzle to unlock the door that prevents me from getting through.
No, I'll do this
But
now.
by hitting the loading trigger of the room, which is right up against the door, very convenient, I'm able to skip it completely. Oh yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna rip off the Band-Aid. I'm gonna. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were done. My bad.
No, you're good. I'm just doing Hote.
Hote is good. Go get Elder
Oh, is
Chamber.
Hute.
Oh, actually, yeah.
Shouts to Hoot Crew.
Maybe Richie can get Elder Chamber with some shenanigans.
Oh yeah. That's true. You could do that.
That's pulling off Ghost Skip and then failing.
Well, I mean, I have light suit, so I think I'm fine. I don't know. It's pretty dangerous.
All right, so
The
we
scan
do
dice are useful.
here pretty shortly get to see one of the absolutely most busted tricks in both Prime 1 and Prime 2. A little bit more useful in Prime 1 than in Echoes. Basically, I'm going to be in a room, but not in that room as far as the game is concerned. Launch myself up against some collision and spin to infinity, where the game reaches a floating point exception on the rotational speed. It unloads the Morph Ball shell, and I am a glowing orb. And
you can
when
use the
I
word.
hit the boost ball, I am everywhere at once that can be touched.
Yo, shouts to Speed Orb. All right, so this check is usually really early, but thanks to Randovania today, it is here now. So the fact that I'm not getting hints for anything makes me a little bit suspicious that Plasma or my Cobalt might be in Reggie's game. That's sort of a tell that Randovania has that we kind of noticed in the tournament. Whether that's actually true or not for this seed, I have yet to find out.
Bad angle.
Yep. I'm gonna throw out a quick photosensitivity warning for the next maybe 3 minutes. I'll call out when it's over. But there's basically when you're rotating at an infinite speed, pieces of his heads-up display will also be moving infinitely, and that just creates triangles. And triangles can do chaotic things. So
There we go.
we're very much paring away the game's ego here and doing bad
Fantastic. The missile launcher can be found in Temple Assembly Site.
things. Great hint.
Just excellent information right there.
All right, so we can see that the ball is kind of flickering right here. The reason this works is because the collision for a room is quote-unquote incorrect and not fully operational while it's not the active room. So while I'm in Hall of the Elders, the game thinks that I'm in West Furnace Access or whatever room. I can never keep the two straight. When I see the shell unload, I will be able to single boost, which will knock me off of the collision that I'm stuck in and transition me back into Hall of the Elders. There we go. All right, this is the photosensitivity warning. I'm going to roll into this loading trigger right here on the back of this statue. Wait a moment, and I'm going to boost twice very quickly. This will simultaneously, if I do it correct, grab the item in Elder Chamber and put me in the Chozo bowling hands. Yep, I heard the chime.
Cool. What chime did you hear?
You got
Bum,
the
bum,
thing.
bum, 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 bum.
Oh, it was in SDK.
Yeah.
Yep.
I didn't.
And shout outs to this room's internal code name being Chozo Bowling.
Oh, I should kill this turret.
Yeah, so that's skip there.
Photosensitivity warning is over. Sorry about that.
Yeah, let's skip there. Normally we needed the
Oh
plasma
my
beam to pick up
God.
that STK, and Reggie was able to
It's on
skip it.
Boost Guardian, I think, and I know I put that off. Okay, so finally got that. That's going to be... oh, do I even... This is fine, because I'll do Sank Entrance just to get that done in case it's Plasma. And then what I can do then is exit, go get the Dark Visor, and then in case I need it for like any like flying in caches, I can also do Poison Bog and then go to Sank from Lower Torvis. So it's gonna be a weird kind of route, but I would rather backtrack to Torvis and then just go to Sank from there instead of like putting this off, backtrack, and then come all the way back here just so I can open the Seeker locks. So I think this is the right play. Also, shoutouts to the second of only 2 light Pirate Commando fights. And they are pretty free with Dark Beam. Also, you could do this, see if I can get this done. Dang it.
Best half pipe in the
Too
game.
far away.
Not even Tony Hawk can do this first try.
Best,
Tony Hawk's just gonna get
quote-unquote.
stuck.
So usually when you're in a boost ball, half pipe, you are the one shredding, but Life Grove Tunnel shreds you.
Yeah. Also, Cannonball right here. Just... Oh, I lost my Cannonball. Oops. I don't know when I did that, but okay.
There we go.
Oh, you know what? I took the
Lord.
cannon in Lower Torvis, and I think that's when I lost it. Also, I went too far. I didn't need to go this way to unload the room and reload it.
It's probably way too high. No. Okay.
You gotta lay it really early.
Want to quickly say that our $5 e-donation train is coming through. We have $5 from Mop of Justice, who says E. Thank you very much. We have $5 from BitDragon, who says, did I hear a $5 E-train for the best 5th letter? Choo-choo! And we have $5 from Red Luigi 64, who says, because you can't spell Metroid without E. That
True.
does work.
Excellent.
That's very true.
I'm kind of in cleanup mode, and I think Bash is probably
Same here.
transitioning in between checks. We can roll out a few more donations.
You got
I'm
it.
just doing Sank Entrance.
Sounds good. We have $75 from Adorabibble saying, donating so I can get $25 into each of the challenges that will make AGDQ 2023 longer. I'm challenging chat to make a donation that's evenly split between all 3 challenge incentives: Cult of the Lamb, Trackmania, and Stepmania. Oh, good point. We actually have 3 incentives open right now. Cult of the Lamb, we're making it 34,000 out of that 50,000, only 16K to go. For Trackmania Turbo, the Extreme Track Showcase, we're at 5,000 out of the needed $20,000, so that's coming along as well. And for our bonus game Stepmania, we are at 22,000 out of a needed $100,000. Thank you so much, everyone, for all of these contributions already. All of this money is going towards unlocking more GDQ, but also to preventing cancer. So just thank you, everyone. You're all wonderful.
I love how I put off Sank Entrance for like the longest time, and I got an ETM out of it. But I have a validated seed, so... Has your flamethrower been found yet?
My
I can look for
flamethrower
it.
is still missing.
It's unfortunate. Got to validate you before this run's over. All right, so I'm gonna get that Dark Visor in case I need it for Poison Bog. That'll also let me clean up like Hive Entrance as well, which is also bad. Dark Oasis, I would argue, is the worst check in the game in Echoes because in addition to needing Light Suit and Dark Visor, you need to clear out Powerbomb Guardian, which means Spider Ball, Weighted Dark World in Lower Torvis, and I guess enough health or like suits to beat it. I guess Power Bombs or Screw Attack to leave as well. So it's not always required, but I've seen a fair number of like Dark Oasis SDK seeds this tournament. I don't know if it's just like a Randovania version 5 thing or what, but it's pretty wild.
I was kind of hoping to
pace
find
will quick up here.
find my plasma beam there. As awful as plasma and biohazard is, biohazard containment is one of the worst checks in Metroid Prime. But without plasma beam, I'm starting to hit a pretty solid wall. I think I have a couple things left that I can go try and peek.
It could also be in my Sank, because I've kind of been intentionally putting it off because I was curious where Dark Visor is, since I knew that Dark Visor it can't be in Sank because Power Bombs are there. And I was hoping I'd get it sooner, and I probably could have, so just unfortunate routing on my end. Once I got that Emerald and the Violet, I wanted to focus on hints in case that led to anything, and unfortunately, it did lead to the Dark Visor hint finally, but unfortunately, it's I got the ever so great, it's N rooms away from another item. And I've had moments where it's like, where's like my spider ball hint? And it's like the spider ball is like 3 rooms away from an E-tank. And I'm just like, this is fantastic intel. Thank you.
Reggie does now have access to the Ridley fight as well as the useless phase on suit hint.
Oh, I did.
Too bad you
although I
already got
do have
phase on
my
suit,
phase
but-
on suit.
Yeah.
Let's see. Double checking my map, making sure that I haven't left anything behind that's crucial. I've seen all of these. These are dispenses.
I think I'm mostly doing Aegon on my end, but I can check the map at some point. Though, I mean, my Sank is pretty much open now. What am I? Prime?
Chozo Ruins is full cleared as far as I can see. Fendrana, I think I've also gotten everything except Chapel of the Elders, which I'm going to go for now that I have bombs and I'm approaching Fendrana. That check is pretty hard locked by having the actual Morph Ball Bomb item while boosting, and that would just be test strats.
This way.
And I'm not that good.
Another
right.
randomizer feature we have there while Reggie was checking the map is we have introduced map dots to show where items are in Prime 1, which can be a good way, especially when you're new to the rando, to keep track of what you have and haven't done. The dots will be showing item locations and disappearing as you pick them up.
Yeah,
If I had less health, oh, go ahead.
this randomizer is very beginner friendly. I want to encourage people thinking about picking it up, but maybe are afraid of its difficulty, or maybe you don't remember the vanilla game as well as you might. There's a lot of, A-friendly people out there who can kind of help you out and go on that learning journey with you, as well as lots of features in the program. So you can, by default, it doesn't require you to do any tricks. So you can beat seeds by doing all the movement that Retro Studios intended, as well as things like these item dots, which will really help you not pull your hair out trying to remember each corner of the game.
Power bombs?
Go to game facts again. So
Power bombs or sunburst?
Power bombs. So yeah, this is maybe one of the worst or most difficult boss fights in vanilla.
This is the hardest boss in Echoes, bar none.
But it is trivialized by power
health,
bombs, luckily.
I wanted to do the quick kill. I might show that off because I just saved, and I don't have cannibal anyways, so like I have nothing to lose. I just have to get Dark Visor again, but that's not a big deal.
Might be worth trying to hunt down this plasma beam for Reggie, because Reggie is running out of things to do.
That's fair. All right, I'll just do this as it is, but you can quick kill this with power bombs. Maybe I can get this done a bit. Oh, let's go!
Nice.
So yeah, the way this normally goes in like Hondo runs, or I guess any run that requires Boost Guardian, where you can get power bombs early. Nice E-tank for the light suit that I have. All right, chat. Remember, you can hold B. I skipped the prompt too fast, but you can hold B to charge and release to boost.
Such late game cutscenes as Fendrana Shorelines.
All right, now that I have Dark Visor, I have that beam-related upgrade hint for Poison Bog, and that's Light Suit and Dark Visor lock. And so since Dark Visor is right here, I'm just going to go here right now and clean this up. And that will be all of Upper Torvus minus Chica, but Chica's dead, so I don't have to worry about that.
We may see another infinite speed trick here from Reggie. There's another plasma lock check up here.
Oh my god, let's go! I found it!
Nice.
Flamethrower before plasma.
Yep. Ooh, I can do this actually. Well, I can do two things. I can wall crawl to Grapple Guardian and get that done on the way to Sank. And then also, yeah, actually I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna save first because I could potentially do something bad and it would be faster just to reset, but.
There we go. So up ahead, we have Chapel of the Elders, which is where Wave Beam is typically found. Let's see if I see red. No, I see orange. So in this room, I can abuse the infinite speed trick again. This time, the room will be on the proper room, but I'll be stuck in between the wall and some boxes.
So fun fact about this room coming up, I came here earlier for an item, but it has a bunch of stuff left over from the light world version of the room, which is the elevator to Lower Torvus. And I can abuse this. Oh, actually, I didn't mean to do that. First, I'm going to go out of bounds here with Screw Attack.
power bomb boss, but power bombs.
Yeah.
Don't blink.
So I need to transition this room first.
We have
Where's the door?
Big Mama Sheegoth, who really does not like power bombs. Normally she guards Wave Beam. She's incredibly vulnerable to Plasma Beam as well as missiles in the mouth. But a power bomb placed in front of her face will also take her out.
Wow, I landed around the door. That was really good. All right, so there's like a leftover like dock trigger that allows for transitions to work. And so I did that to transition into Lower Torbis while remaining in Dark World, which is ridiculous. The only things left in Lower Torbis I have are an Annihilator lock check and Grapple Guardian and another item next to Grapple Guardian. And then I can go back to Light World and go to Sank from here. So say hello to probably the Court Gesture of Echoes, since getting the item here causes Dark Pirate Commandos to... I don't know what I was doing there.
If
I'm autopiloting too much.
If you've just joined us, yeah. That's all I was going to say.
Go ahead.
We'll say out loud when photosensitivity warning is over. This is also a great time for some donations.
Wonderful.
Light beam ammo, please. So I get for shooting the sunburst wrong because I wasn't paying attention.
You can do it.
Hush.
We have $50 from Space Lancer Jericho, who says, "Did someone say eep?" And that's 10 E's. I counted, and that's why they donated $50 on that train. Thank you very much. We also have $5 from EBDO3, who says, "Since E is the first letter of my username, I had to donate for the best letter around. Let's get that true boss incentive met." And we have made good progress on that. We're now at $35,000 out of that $50,000. And by the way, specifically,
let's go.
It's now $35,283.59. It's no longer 4 cents. We've even incremented our cents value. So we're getting closer and closer to that 50K. Thank you again so much, everyone.
All right, bye-bye. Thank you so much for that beam ammo. I got enough light ammo to actually finish off Grapple Guardian without needing to cry about having Power Beam for this.
Ooh, good camera.
Just missiles.
You don't need a Power Bomb expansion, do you?
No, I'm
not getting it.
6.
Okay.
So this is actually a little more difficult with my camera misbehaving. I need to not actually... This will end the photosensitivity warning here in a moment, not quite yet. The reason why I'm rolling around as a ball right now is a side effect of infinite speed is a fun thing called light show, where the game has absolutely no idea what to do with the camera, and it's a jumbled mess of polygons. The arm cannon is not where it's supposed to be.
It's everywhere and nowhere.
Beam. Yeah, it's everywhere and nowhere all at once. No, a cutscene / save station / elevator will reset us and free us from light show. But I think with that collection of infinite speed items, I may be in pretty hard plasma BK.
Yeah, this is going to be a little bit frustrating. Sank doesn't have that many items in it compared to Torvis and Magon, but I still have to go on a little bit of an adventure. Now, thankfully, I have Echo, so I can go to like the second half of Sank where there's more item-dense checks, and hopefully from there get... Oh my god, this is also open. Let me clear this out real quick because Dungeon has been very interestingly like full of progression the last couple of seeds I've been playing this game. And with early light suit, I am leaving nothing to chance. So let's find out if this is plasma. I don't think it is, but...
We'll get the Ridley fight out of the way on the Prime side. That'll save us a little bit of time before final bosses as we wait for the plasma beam.
Rude.
Speaking of Ridley, one of our prizes is a Ridley's Breath scented candle, which is only a $5 minimum donation.
Oh my god.
I just need everyone to know that exists.
That's amazing.
That's beautiful.
So literally everyone who's on this $5 E-train is entered to win this candle that is scented after Ridley's Breath. No, I don't know what that means, but I need this.
If I had to guess, titanium alloy and crushed dreams.
Wow.
I'm sorry for the hurt that you must feel.
And some contempt on the side as well. Maybe like the titanium alloy, I think.
Lots of emotions today. Thankfully, we also have lots of donations. We do have more on this train. We have $5 from Allison, who says, can't say I know much about Metroid or played any of the games, but I do have $5 for the E. Always love watching AGDQ. Thank you for all that you do. Well, thank you so much, too. And we have $25 from Sidious, who says, you say $5 for the letter E? I ask why, which is the 25th letter of the alphabet. Thank you so much.
I did. We go up. So this is not only the way to Sank, but it's an item too. If there's just plasma here, that's great.
There we go.
It is not, but it's another E, so.
Okay. Which I am going to take that cue. I'm going to go ahead and fight one of my 3 final bosses right now. There is some pretty solid jank involving Boost Ball and Ridley. His chest in phase 1 is very, very vulnerable to Boost Ball, so we can skip the first 3/4 of his health bar.
Come on. There we go. Another one? I just need one. There's a power bomb door at the end here, so I have to refill.
Usually you
Thankfully
use
for the
charged
drop
plasma
system.
here just to convince them to land as quickly as possible. That's super substitute.
Wait, maybe I can find it. No, it's not there.
Oh,
So then a rando exploit, it's not really helpful in the primary speedrun because the timing for Metroid Prime and Metroid Prime 2 Echoes is done in the very, very accurate in-game timer. But in Rando and GDQ, we're going for real-time strats. So I'm going to lay in this corner as a ball, wait for Ridley to land. I'm going to boost into his chest, delete the first 3/4 of his health bar. And then by standing here, I'm trying to persuade him not to do the dash phase, which is very, very slow and very, very cruel. The first 2 are pretty much guaranteed not to do a dash. The third one is more likely to. And then from here on out, it's kind of random. I'm going to try to hit his face. Good snipe. Hit him again. Super missile. And Ridley is dead.
really clean. So the interrupting the dash is something that it seems like it was intended for that boss battle. But there's an oversight in this version of Metroid Prime where the hitbox of Ridley's hand is so big it actually covers up his mouth if you're locked on. So this game pretty much always expects you to do combat while just holding lock on for whatever enemy you're trying to fight. Reggie actually has to skill shot essentially a charge shot into his mouth, just barely avoiding the hand. So that's something that takes a lot of practice, and it's what let him get basically the perfect Ridley fight, excluding the pretty much a task-only strategy.
Right, so the
Totally.
glowy spot right there will take me to the final section of my game, the Impact Crater. Every single door in Impact Crater is a plasma beam door, so there's really no use in me taking that elevator. Also, I already have Phase on Suit, so the Phase on Suit hint that is in that first room does me no good as well.
Whee!
It's just free time save for later since I'm in wait for Fireball.
So that screw attack happens if you screw attack within the BSJ timer, within like the 22 frame window. So I got my main power bombs, and the reason I was like gasping in fear earlier, it wasn't because of watching Reggie quick kill Ridley, but without plasma or me falling down because that happened. I forgot that area is open, and I know the area lovers out there want to see area jam happen. And since I'm finding nothing over here, I'm just gonna go make my way to over to where area is and just get that done as soon as possible.
Upper Chamber, Furnace, and Elite Research. I've gotten all of Bash's STKs in my world, I believe.
Likely, I only have 2
Let
left.
me
I have
double check my
Sank
map
map, and
just
I
to
have, I
make sure.
think, one more.
Yes, Lower Furnace was the STK.
need to
Elder
do this.
Chamber I stole. And Elite Research I also stole. So I've fulfilled my responsibilities to Bash.
What am I doing?
I'm Bash.
There we go.
Yeah,
Okay,
Bash,
I didn't
Bash
fall
is
up there.
missing Dynamo Works on Spider Guardian and Sank Map
Yeah,
Station.
Sank map. So this will probably be the only full right
Still
into
needs
Sank I
Cobalt.
need, since you're basically in BK. I do. But you only have a few plasma checks, so that won't take very long. So I think we're pretty comfortable with staying at estimate here. I do apologize because I forgot about, or not forgot, but I just I thought the Dark Visor was going to lead to something required. I don't know what happened to my X button. My thumb just decided to not cooperate. I'm trying to do a puzzle or a spider ball track like skip here, where I skip like half of this whole section. And then this also lets me open the portal early, though in this case, it's not useful for the portal, but there we go. Get that instant morph there. Nice, get on the top of the gate, and then that just gets me up to this part of the spider track, and we are on the way to whatever this item is. Oh, I have Cat West I need to do too, so I'll probably go down there real quick.
After Bash gets this item, probably a good chance for donation.
There's a beam. Yeah, I just have to set up Airy, so I'm just cleaning up right now. I'm sorry, Reggie.
I couldn't tell if we got the item yet or not. Is now good, or am I still waiting?
I'm still looking for it, but I'm just cleaning up right now, so we're good for a donation or two.
Okay, I'll try to go fast because this E train is super strong. We have
Oh yeah, no worries.
We have $5 from B, who says E. We have $20 from Master Odin, who says E, and that's 4 E, so $20. We also have $5 from Dragonite 13, who says I love E. We have $5 from Polymono, who says, did you know that E is the most commonly used letter in the English language? Well, now you do. Here's to the letter E. And we have $5 from Ultra Key, who says, for the lamb. I need to work on my lamb noises, but thank you again, everyone, for selecting that Cult of the Lamb Fight the True Final Boss incentive when you're donating. We're getting closer. That is our next run, though, so really appreciate all of the energy, generosity, and momentum everyone's putting towards that incentive.
Yeah, let's get some donos in to see that One Who Waits fight. It's one of the coolest in the game, and the entire Cult of the Lamb soundtrack bops, but the tracks for One Who Waits are incredible.
Would you like more
I don't know if
donations?
that opened or not.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Awesome! We have $15 from Mythen, who says, as a cancer survivor and member of the Prime Rando community, I'm happy to see this run get some representation and help raise money for cancer prevention. Proud of both runners. And we have $200 from Anonymous, who says, love this Metroid Randomizer run. Oh, I'm loving it too. Chat, are you enjoying the run? I am.
I feel like I'm in a last location this Plasma, and I'm not going to be happy when I do. Yo, nice wall boost.
Ice Pirates were in that room.
I should have had faith. If it's O'Lear,
Whoa,
it's not. Oh, dang it. Okay. Okay, real quick, I'm going to do it because I know we're getting a little bit close on estimate here. I got to do it, though, for the fans.
So I'm going to go slowly through
Hear
this
the words,
room
dude.
to point out some really fun stuff. These two Metroids are the ones that wake up during the first cutscene when we unlock this barrier. Without the barrier unlocking, they're kind of just vibing. So they will sit and spin no matter how long they are there, and they will not bother me whatsoever. So I'm going to leave them be, but I am going to dash off of them.
Each one is the yin to the other's yang.
Is it time for DS2?
I think it is.
Oh man. We rarely get to
almost had
see
that.
progression at Airy, which is the location.
I just
locked
hope
behind
I'm
Dark
not
Samus
losing
2.
time doing this. Because it could be Sank Entrance for all I know.
Didn't you do Sank
You won't be
Entrance?
hacking
Or Hive
everything.
Entrance, you mean, right?
Or Hive Entrance, yeah, sorry. The worst one.
Shout out.
I wonder. This is pretty sketch, but I'm going to try to pull it off. RTA, I'm not very good at the wall crawl that I'm about to try. It's pretty tough. I'm going to try to skip... Oh, wait, yeah, this is randomizer, so I can safely do that. Some plasma beam doors and get straight to Metroid Quarantine B.
Is that the only thing you know you need? Is B?
I don't think I need B. It's just an item check, and it could be Cobalt.
This is the frustrating part of where it's like I have one thing to get for Reggie, and it's like Plasma, which he needs for endgame, and I have no hints for it. I don't know where my Cobalt is. I don't know if Plasma's blocking that either, but
We are close though. Once Reggie
close,
gets that,
but
once
so is the
Reggie gets
timer,
that plasma, all you'll need to do is this lower mines loop, and then there's a couple isolated plasma checks back in upper mines and Fen.
So after this, I have I'm gonna do Sparta Guardian last because I don't need to do Sparta Guardian right now. But I definitely want to do this. I have Hive Gyro Chamber and I have Hive Entrance, which Hive Entrance is another really bad check because you need Power Bomb, Screw Attack, Light Suit, Dark Visor.
Reggie, are you sure you want to do this and not the Quarantine A access?
Quarantine A access? Yeah,
Oh,
I'm not very
you're
good
doing
at
something.
Quarantine access B.
I'm
I
actually
still
not
need
following what you're
to-
doing. Sorry.
I'm going to remove the Elite Pirate. He's still active.
I see. I thought you were going the
So-
other way. This is interesting.
This big guy in this room, the one that I jumped off of his head earlier, if he's alive when I transition into this room from out of bounds, the game will crash very, very hard. So I'm going to take him out, and then I'm going to go back to the room with the Wave and Power Beam Pirates.
I'm about to do what the Bash stream community has wanted for way too long now.
Bash PR Airy.
If this is required, some people are going to be really happy, and I am not one of those people. I'm switching Light Beam because I think Dark Samus is going to use Boost Ball on me, which is the worst RNG, but like the most common from what I experience, like anecdotally. And she is doing it, so I am God Gamer. Switch to Dark Beam now, and hopefully she won't have to do that again. Gonna try to Screw Attack into her for damage. Screw Attack's really, really good on this boss. It's similar to Power Bombs where it does damage per frame, and it's like a bunch of damage that adds up over time. Not too far away.
Yeah,
I have
Screw Attack is
only-
actually
I've only very
That's really good.
recently learned this. Oh, that's gonna be a down. This wall crawl. Not quite super confident in it, but since I have nothing else to be doing as far as item checks goes, I might as well at least try something.
There we go.
Sitting and doing nothing is probably like one of the worst things that you can do as a teammate. So even if it's out of your
sorry.
comfort zone, doing something a little extreme can benefit us both in the long run. So there's a hole in the ceiling / wall there, and I'm going to use that to go to the edge of this
Nice lock
room
on.
and
Try to
pass
screw
through
attack into her
several
there.
rooms out of bounds.
This fight's not great.
This will probably not be a very pretty out of bounds sequence because I've only just recently started doing this and learning.
All right, I intentionally did not pick the item for suspense, so if it's not here, it's either Hive Gyro or Hive Entrance or something else that I possibly missed, but I can clean that up quickly if I need to. It cannot be Incash 2 because I need Annihilator for that, and I don't have Annihilator yet, but maybe it's just here.
While we're going, is there time for a big donation?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. We have $10,000 coming in from
let's
the
go.
Yeti, of course. And they say, hey all, Yeti here. We're excited to share we've now raised over $70,000 thanks to your orders from our official AGDQ 2023 collection. A huge shout out to all the artists who contributed designs to the event. Mark, Chris, Kevin, Mikoto, Jenny, Jamie, Dylan, Logan, Niski, K Duffles, Natasha, Byron, Jason, and Sam. Thank you. If you haven't picked up tees or merch from the collection, make sure you visit theyeti.com and we'll donate profits from every order placed. Well, thank you again so much, the Yeti.
That's so awesome from the Yeti. Amazing
Incredible
donation.
Yeti.
But Bash found Plasma Beam on Airy. Can we get some
Amazing.
Magoos and Airy jams?
It's
So-
stinky.
That's not great. But that means Reggie can full clear his seed. Bash, when he returns, is just looking for Cobalt to get into Sank Map Station. So that is the last thing we are looking for. Unless it's locked by the Annihilator Beam, which Bash is also missing.
Oh, Bash still doesn't have Annihilator? Shania Twain Beam?
No Annihilator.
All right. Let's see. Oh, hey, you two were supposed to be... Whoa. Against the rules. Illegal Metroids on the field.
No chill.
That's not supposed to happen. Bad friendos. I was gonna let you live. Shame on me.
It's definitely not a bio break I just took.
Cool.
I was very upset by that.
A pickup right there.
Reggie, I'm so sorry.
That's amazing.
I did all of Torvis for that, and I should have known better, knowing Dark Zero and TGC. So I hope you're
Plasma
happy.
Beam on Airy is incredible.
I don't think I've had that before.
I'm just happy to have it.
Before.
Truthfully.
Yeah, same here. All right, I'm gonna clean up what I have of Sank, and then
Might be good to get Spider out of the
find
way.
Annihilator.
This might be a decent time to get Spider Guardian out of the way. Just because like Reggie's in full on go mode now. He can full clear.
Yep.
Hopefully I find
Hit that big go mode button. Yeah, I'm just Spider Guardian and Cobalt away, so hopefully this cleans up fast. If not, I think worst case, I'll have a technical issue and somehow get Cobalt out of it. I technically need it for getting the Spider Guardian, but let's not worry about that too much.
So shout outs to lower Phazon mines, by far the most dangerous section of this entire game for both the vanilla player and the speedrun. There's so much time loss that's available to you in this zone. Shout outs to dashing off of the glider that the most talented runners will use to get the item from room I'm in right now, which is Phazon Mining Tunnel, which requires Phazon Suit, get some janky out of bounds stuff, and take care of it. E-tank for me.
Speaking of janky out of bounds. Yeah, so sloped walls like this allow morph ball size things to sort of fit through, and because I get autos like unmorphed instead of morphed, I can just jump through the rest of the collision. So I need to transition into the temple, and then we're gonna do, so I guess this is a good opportunity to explain like room boxes. So imagine this banjo statue is a room. Every room has a bounding box that like aligns with like the very edges of the collision here. So like the top of this box would be like his fists, and like there's a bottom of the box too. So whenever you're outside of this box, you cannot jump, but you cannot fall down either. But when you go into the box, you're subject to gravity, so you can fall down, but then you can also input a jump if Samus is considered grounded. And so we're going to abuse this a ton. And that's what I was sort of doing for some of the out-of-bounds stuff earlier. Basically what I'm doing is the equivalent of like walking off a ledge and then exploiting that the three coyote frames, like the Wily Coyote frames I get, where I can still input a jump despite being airborne. And then by just doing that and moving out of, I'm not going to get Cannonball, I don't need it. And by doing that, I can climb rooms out of bounds like super quickly, and it's really, really useful for Echoes in particular. But Prime gets some use out of it in wall crawls like Frigate Wall Crawl, and I'm trying to think of others, like maybe in Hundo. Did I not?
Oh no. Oh, that's...
Uh-oh, chat. Uh-oh, there's definitely not a bit here where it's a technical issue happening. Don't worry about it. Everything is fine. Everything's fine, chat. No game, what? Oh, and I just I did that part wrong, so I have to do it again. The thing that's definitely not happening on stream for those that is what I'm doing right now.
Is the infamous Omega? Yeah, you take it, ready?
No, you take it because I'm going to focus. I'm not good with Hundo strats.
So we quickly got to the vulnerable phase, doing the AI minute from earlier. He's going to start with a super missile. He always spawns in a very predictable manner. He always spawns at the Phazon pool that's furthest away from you, which is not the most recent pool he spawned at. So he spawned at the far one, spawned on his left by him moving to the right a little.
Yeah,
and he gets and less than a second off there, but if that super missile connected before he regenerated his plates, the fight would have been over and it would have been a clean one cycle.
The reason it didn't happen is because in the second pull, I shot the super missile too early. You're supposed to wait just a moment, and I jumped the gun a little bit.
So the issue we had on Bash's side is there is a certain trigger you need to hit on the other side of Dynamo Works to change the room layer for the Spider Guardian fight to be active, and Bash unfortunately did not hit it first.
That's how I was going to throw the seed. Like, yeah, so I had to go back and hit that trigger, and since we're getting close to estimate here, I just want to kind of expedite that part. So smart of me, when I was in Sanctuary like an eternity ago, I would have just hit the trigger and left. And I didn't. So that there's a dark beam door at the other side of the hallway where like those quads were. And you have to hit it for Spider Guardian to spawn. It's weird. Echoes does that a lot with like the scripts that like change like room layers, and so you see like the evolving room state over time over the course of a seed. Kind of cool actually design wise, but besides that, I'm gonna powerbomb this for safety. You cannot do that in vanilla. It just disintegrates the Spider Guardian. You soft lock, so that's a nice little quality of life change that's done for Echoes Rando.
Don't try that at home, kids.
Energy tank for me on OP.
Nice.
What does PCA have? Oh my god, you couldn't even check it earlier
Nope.
because you didn't have plasma.
All right. Nice.
Okay, wait for this guy to come back.
So I have
Pretty good Spider
that.
Guardian so far.
I have storage depot A. Hey, Cobalt translator in PCA.
Yo, nice. All right, so I'm in go
There
mode.
you
That is go mode.
We are
Go
done.
mode.
So this is perfect. So now I'm just cleaning up the rest of the STKs I need. I don't know if there's any other Chozo artifacts I need to get for you.
No.
I have all of them.
Okay,
Yes,
good.
Ridley's already down even.
Oh, please don't go through the thing. Okay, good. I did not throw. Let's go. Only through to get here. That's all.
As we're getting
Sit,
close to
Bash.
the end, is there time for a few more donations?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm just doing the rest of this fight here. It's kind of a
All right.
a
I've
time.
got a donation from, I don't know who this one is. I'll try my best. $100 from Baja Blood? I don't know if you've heard of it.
what?
Love these games and
Who's
this
this
community,
guy?
and so grateful to have been a part of this multi-world chaos. Love you, Nick, and wish you could have been here too. Can we get some Magoo and Airy Jam for this cursed plasma location?
And I
Thank you
put
so
that off for
much.
so long too when I could have just gotten it. So, wait, what I was saying, I apologize for nothing. I did this seed correctly. I followed the logic. Okay, I'm a good randomizer player. I'm a lawful good randomizer player, I guess.
Chad's also
This is
been
the
really
this
good.
is the arc.
They're following the instructions to a T, or should I say to an E? We have $5
Oh.
from Met, who says, "Sorry I'm late. Are we still doing the E train?" Smiley face. Yes, of course we are. And we have $33.33 from Tech Kyle, who says, "Do threes count as E?"
Oh my god.
Oh, good point there. I
think they do.
I do want to say that Cult of the Lamb incentive.
Wait.
Chat, you're doing a great job. We're at $37,000 now. Only 13K to go. Keep it moving, please.
Do I do? No, I'm not going to do
I
this.
think
I'm just going
that's
to go
faster
around
to
and
tank
just play it
back, right?
safe.
What?
Would it be faster? But I just
Oh,
have
you
to
have,
walk
oh,
on
have you not?
Sandor.
Oh, you haven't done the puzzle. Never mind. Yeah, no, you were right.
Let's just do it. It's fun. If not, I'll just have another technical difficulty and end up somewhere else entirely in sync.
I am
so-
nearly free.
This is a 100% legitimate speedrun, okay?
So what we're going to see
Absolutely
on
no-
Bash's side is there's a room called Mini Gyro Chamber, which features a
Ooh.
puzzle that you need to solve to get through. However, we are doing it in reverse.
This is a good plasma hit and watch.
And one of the quirks, if you haven't solved the puzzle, is when you roll through, you will just immediately fall out of bounds.
Please hold for ship dash.
Nice.
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go. Nice.
Redemption.
Yeah,
Not
so normally
easy.
this gyro just knocks you back. If you have cannonball, you can just go through, or if you just do this, you just go through. And no, I feel all the way down here. One saving grace is that there's actually standable floor here, so I can just jump right up and begin an Aether jump immediately. So even if I fall down all the way here, where am I actually? Oh, this goes way far. Oh, I'm intersecting the other box. I need to be, I think, over here actually.
So while Bash is solving the mind games that is out of bounds movement, we are coming up
I never do this.
at the light on the end of the tunnel for the Prime 1 side. So we'll get a staggered finish here, most likely, with Prime 1
Wow,
finish
okay.
first, shortly followed behind Echoes. The timing on this is quite perfect, given the estimate. So going to do the last couple slope jumps to skip some platforming. And then just ignore these fission Metroids, which are a pain in the butt as best as we
That's
can,
really good.
to just quickly get to the exo fight as quick as possible. Of course, spider tracks here, very important.
Oh shoot!
Don't have time for them though.
All right, if I might mulligan and just go to like watch station and then just go from there.
So
We have
inbounds movement.
the
Go for it.
Metroid Prime exoskeleton fight here on my end. This is part one of the last boss of the game. In this boss, we are going to see some beam vulnerabilities that are specific to which chamber we are in. Toaster, will you finish while I do manipulations, please?
yeah, so this first one is always wave and power. There's basically a coin flip, which one you start with first, and you always get the second one afterwards. He has the ability to use any beam combo addition to that beam corresponding with that color. So Super's there with a super cancel by bringing out the scan visor to skip a piece of the animation. Lets him take quick work. So he's already a quarter of the way through the fight. Really great work. So here it adds in Ice Beam in addition to those two previous colors. And so what he's going to be doing, basically Metroid Prime has about 4 or 5 different attacks it can do. All of those are slow because, okay, beautiful snipe. That's amazing.
Very nice.
Can't even keep up. He's moving so quickly through these bosses. So that's already the ice phase down. And I believe also the next phase. So it's just going to go straight back to power. So he pretty much did so much damage on the ice phase that it finished the wave 2, which is just amazing.
That was beautiful. That ice spreader snipe is really difficult. Typically, you just go for a charged beam shot when it does that run by. That specific use case of ice spreader is the only time that ice spreader is faster in a speedrun setting of this fight. Wave beam first on this chamber is very strange.
So I screwed up, and I think I intersected with the reactor core blocks, so I fell down a bunch, and then I kept falling down, and we are 8 minutes away from estimate, so I'm just going to play it safe, and I went back to where I was going to go, which is to watch station, and then enter this room from reverse.
I think
it's just for safety.
With Exo, you're intended to kind of stand across the room and fight it. If you do that, it's going to tilt its head up to fire a beam like this. I feel like I jinx it. Commentary's curse. But it'll shoot like balls that you have to destroy, otherwise they tank your health. So by standing as close as possible to Exo, just barely outside of its hitbox, he's going to kind of try to manipulate it to do the melee attack as much as possible, which is completely deterministic, and he can just jump back and forward over and over in order to just keep it in that constant melee phase. So then, as you saw with the ice spreader snipe, there's 2 opportunities to get extra damage in for a phase. Every time you finish a phase, Exo will always dash to the other side of the room. So even though you can't lock on, you can skill shot a shot into its face as it runs over you. Normally, you're expected to kind of morph. You also get a very short amount of time to shoot it in the face as it turns around before it switches to the next color. And as we saw, that damage counts and carries over to the next color. So in this 4th and final phase, there's a bit of extra RNG spice added to this, so it can decide to speed up or slow down at any moment. It can choose to charge just for no reason. But it looks like Exo's behaving a bit.
Getting greedy.
Feels nice having the balanced beam ammo. I actually opted for regular beam ammo expansions that just give like 10 each. So normally there's just 4 and they give you 50 ammo. And rando players kind of prefer just like more beam expansions that give you less beam ammo, and then you just pick up a bunch over the course of the seed. The default settings actually split them, so you get like light ammo and dark ammo. And I opted to just have balanced ammo for this. Because I've had seeds where like I won't pick up light ammo all that much. So I'll have like maybe, 60 or 70 light ammo and then like 150 dark ammo.
Not
whereas
today,
the final boss is
Crab.
better.
Nice wave buster finish.
Also, nice Annihilator. That's nowhere. I do wish I was able to show off like Chica and Quadraxis, because especially Quadraxis, I feel very. It feels very unfortunate that I don't have time to show off Quadraxis today. Hopefully, in maybe a later hotfix where I can do the run back against and get revenge on Aerie, and more directly Dark Zero and the Ginger Chris, excuse me.
Yeah,
who
Toaster.
were the guys that
Right.
Tell us about
unfortunately
this
couldn't be on
fight.
commentary with us, but
And here
it's
we
okay.
go.
They're here through the seed.
I'm taking
Let's go,
on
dude.
the very final boss of my game, Metroid Prime Essence. So this is the boss that we hard require Phazon suit for in order to deal damage to it. Periodically, it will drop a pool of Phazon that I will stand in and shoot that Phazon into the boss. Interesting. Essence is doing some funny stuff. I'm going to try to manipulate its position by standing in very specific spots relative to the edge of the pool to keep it from doing what's called a phase skip. Let's see here. There we go. And then as it takes damage, the boss has a certain number of actions which it will try to take. As I shoot it, just one little blip at a time, I'm going to wait for its jaw to reset. And that's my cue to hit it with another shot, which will skip its actions. Oop. There we go. Let's see here. So I'm going to stand on this side, try to make it spawn above my head. There we go.
Yeah, so if
these
you
are
don't,
attack cancels.
yeah,
And then
if you
in
don't do the
phase
attack,
3,
sorry.
Time's coming up for Reggie.
yeah, time on my side. Soon, TM.
Looks like
the
we only have one
cutscene
timer,
starts.
so it'll be.
Yeah. I don't know if they're gonna do like
Dark
the
Samus.
race thing. I'm not sure what order that's like.
Yeah, in the tournament, the final time is the sum of both runners, so you're incentivized to have your first player finish as soon as possible.
Reggie here's pool canceling, so he's entering and exiting the pool, which gives him 1 frame, which is thankfully buffered, where he can still fire a phase-on shot. Nicely done. That preserves the ammo and lets him do more damage. That is time for Reggie. And time for my final boss is kind of just perfectly timed here. So this is Emperor 1. Shoot these tentacles with Light Beam. I have no Annihilator Beam, but I can shoot Sunburst here, so I'll shoot Sunburst for damage, and then I'm going for Super Missile strats, because no idea where Inhaler Beam was. We'll find out in the credits soon enough. Gonna get one more cooldown here.
Nice
I
one
was
cycle.
way too far behind there. That's really good. I don't have Cannonball, so I have to destroy 10 of these like Morph Ball bomb slots, or with Power Bombs. But ingots can spawn out of them. It's really random. If I had Cannonball, this would be an auto-scroller, but I lost Cannonball, and this is going great. Nothing bad's happening right now. It's fine. Not too dangerous of a phase, though. First phase, especially with like Various Suit, can take a bit of health off if you miss like quick Emperor 1 with supers. If I had Annihilator, it would be pretty free, since I could just keep just spam Annihilator shots to kill it. And not timing this the best, but that's fine. Still not the worst Emperor 2. Those ingots could have been better, but they could have been worse. And now Emperor is a really cool, complex boss that unfortunately has a screw attack hitbox below it. So I'm just going to exploit that and quick kill. Hopefully. Please be nice. Okay, I think it's going to... Okay. I thought it was below him. Okay, do the... Oh, actually, I almost killed you. Okay. One more screw attack, and
Nice.
that is
Emperor
done.
3 there.
So... technically the final boss of Echoes, but we got one more obstacle in our way. We got to escape the planet. Technically, you know, we returned all the energy despite not fighting Chica or Quad Draxus. It's okay. We're doing our best here. Umos is proud of us. And got one obstacle left in the way of Dark Samus showing up one last time. This boss is super random. Baja, if you want to talk about this while I try to my best to focus, but still ultimately throw.
Yep, so this is 2
Go ahead.
separate phases here. Dark Samus 3, which is what we're starting off at, goes until about a quarter of its health is gone. And then it will attempt to go into DS4, where it's going to sit in the center of the room invincible, and every once in a while shoot us phase-on pellets that we can return and deal some damage with. We don't like that. That's really slow. So we're going to try to deplete as much or all of Dark Samus' health bar as possible while it's still in this Dark Samus 3 phase. And the way we do that is by using Screw Attack. So we'll try to Screw Attack just slightly to the side of Dark Samus here to avoid bonking off her as our...
Really good damage. Oh, I got immediately centered.
Oh,
All
no,
right.
but you got some pretty good damage there.
That was really good
Screw Attack,
damage, at
so
least, so...
should be a relatively
Yeah.
quick fight here from...
Yeah, the first screw attack I missed completely, so it didn't damage her at all, which is why Dark Visor was just blocked. Yeah, she could be totally random and just decide, I'm just going to center you and go in DS4 immediately. So, unfortunately, we got to wait a little bit here. And, dang it, if I just got DS4 skip, I'd go underestimate, but oh well. We're about to finish in like the next minute or so.
Yep, let's do this fight. Every
Unfortunately-
once in a while, she'll go down. A quick super missile, will send her back to the
Fires her,
center. And then we just gotta wait for more phase-on pellets.
Love how missiles will just bounce off, but she's okay with super missiles hitting her. Even though they do way more damage. Like, just sit and wait and hope for good pellet RNG. Just, okay, thank you. I think I got like 3 shots left. Yeah, this should be a, this could be a
Next
one-shotter.
one should do it, yeah.
This is probably a one-shotter, so time is coming up.
Yeah, time will
Definitely
be when we
one-shotter with-
see a big cutscene with Dark Samus in the center here.
All right.
One more
This next
phase-on
pellet shot will do it. If she will actually do it, please. Just, okay, get ready on time. And time.
Time. GG's.
Oh my god. That plasma, dude.
GG.
I'm
Bless
sorry I
the
put that off.
69% item completion on my side.
Oh.
Nice. Good
Come
stuff.
on. I was like, oh, I have a full tracker. It's like, wait, where's that Annihilator? So, I know we're probably short on time here. I would wait for the credits, but that's like another couple minutes. So I'll just I think just mention on Twitter where that Annihilator is, or maybe donate. Like, oh my God, it's here. Where's the shout outs list that I have here? I don't know if you want to start with that or not, Reggie.
If you're
I
interested,
would like to start with two very specific shout outs. Shout outs to Christianel, Dylan, and the rest of the GDQ tech team for building a custom tracker for this run. As far as I am aware, that has never happened before and is super cool to have that kind of representation and display, and very, very happy and humbled to have that be for our run. Very cool.
Once again, this run's dedicated to a few people. Shika Broody, who you talked about before, Spaghetti Toast Book are two really prominent randomizer people who unfortunately are no longer with us. Also, I'd like to dedicate this run to both Andy O'Neill and Mark H. Hutchinson, who are both lead retro devs who contributed some pretty significant features to I think at least Prime and Echoes. I think Mark worked on Corruption as well, if I remember correctly. I could be incorrect there. I apologize. Shout outs again to Toaster Party and Baja Blood for the commentary. Really appreciate having you guys on. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks for not bullying me too much. No thanks in particular to Dark Zero and Ginger Chris for making me suffer, but I wish they could be on commentary with us, but at least they were here in spirit with the seed gen. So thank you for vetting and playtesting the seed. Really fun time. Let me know if you want to take over for any of these, Reggie.
No, keep rolling.
All right, cool. Shout outs to Syncathetic for making heavy contributions to the new Prime patcher that is still in use today for the last few years. I think really helped modernize the Prime rando scene. Shout out to Claris and Interslice for being OG rando people. Claris made the first functional Prime and Echoes randomizer. Interslice helped work on the first initial logic database for making playable seeds. Shouts to Dunkaith and Salt, Mig's Life, who donated earlier, and also Interslice for the really heavy contributions, along with Dark Zero, for making the cross-game items work. So you saw the wave beam was in my game, right? That took a lot of work for those assets to work in their games they weren't even in. So huge shout outs to making that work and having them look great in Echoes. Shout outs to the Prime Rando community. If you want links for that, by the way, metroidprime.run in your browser, that'll take you to the Metroid Prime speedrunning wiki, and we'll have links to the Prime 1 speedrun Discord, Echo speedrun Discord, Corruption speedrun Discord, as well as the randomizer server. Big shout outs to the server for Metroid people who want to play other games good too. Hashtag PHMR. Yep, almost done here. Shout outs to Retro Studios, of course. Shout outs to Zoid Kirsch and Jack Matthews. They have some really interesting tweets as of late on the development of the Prime games, especially with Metroid Prime, since that just celebrated its 20th anniversary. GitHub.com/Randomania if you want to play this randomizer. It's really awesome. And I think that's all I've got. Is there anything else from you guys?
No, nothing from my side. I know that we're running close on time here, so
I'm sorry for going over estimate.
wrap us up here with a thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for donating. And we will see you next mission.
Hi, Dynamo Annihilator. See you guys.
Wow, can we get one more giant round of applause for that incredible cooperative run? That was so cool. And all of you donating loved it as well. We have $25 from Prometheus, who says, shout outs to the Morph Ball with the screaming E inside. Thank you so much. Now that was 3 hours of magnificent Metroid action, so I think it's time for a little break. We'll be back soon, but make sure to hydrate and stretch, and we'll see you on the other side.